The team that's third best in net rating, though, is the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans have quietly been really playing some good basketball, Tim, and surprisingly enough, it's defensively. But I do think from a matchup perspective, both these teams are going to do things that are going to bother the other. Both teams are highly efficient three-point shooting teams over this span that I'm talking about in the last 23, 24 games. This is team number 4 and number 5 in terms of three-point shooting. They are going to be able to hit from beyond the arc, and no real defensive option for Kawhi Leonard or Paul George. On the flip side, not a great rim protection team for the Los Angeles Clippers. I think this is one, while you might get a slower pace, you're going to get, I think, some really good efficiency between these two. So I think I'm playing this over, and I noted this in the column. I kind of circled the Clippers here a bit. I made them slight road favorites here, but it's not enough to play. But what I've got the heavy circle on is Sunday. They go back to L.A. They play the Los Angeles Lakers, and I think they're going to be ready for them. In the Ty Lue era, they are 10-1 straight up, 10-1 against the spread or something around there against the Los Angeles Lakers. They've owned it. They lost the first game this year against them in the Ty Lue era. I think they're going to be ready for the Los Angeles Lakers.
What do you think that spread is?
I figured it was going to be about 5.5, so we'll see what it's going to be.
All right, 8:40 Eastern, Portland and Dallas. You mentioned this on your column about a scheduling spot. We've seen a little bit of movement towards Portland here, 8.5, 9, depending on where you look. Dallas, the home favorite in this spot. You wrote this one up. You're looking at Mavericks here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend this now because I got a little burned in that. So early this morning, we saw this open up 12. It got as low as 9.5. I bet 9.5, got right back up to 10.5, but about an hour after it went back up to 10.5, Luka Doncic appeared on the injury report as questionable. So until we know what Luka's status is going to be, I wouldn't recommend this. But all things equal, if he is going to play, as I mentioned, this is one of those baseball series, right? They've been in Dallas for the last 3 days. They played the other day, got a day off. They're going to play again here. Dallas absolutely smoked them, 126 to 97. Offensive rating of 131.3. That's 131.3 points over the course of 100 possessions. Absolutely wrecked Portland. I understand if you want to come in, Tim, right, and back the team that lost the previous one because, hey, look, there's some familiarity there. We've kind of seen this trend. Non-divisional opponents, when they play each other in these sets, tend to come back and bounce back pretty well in the second game. Having said that, to go from closing 11, right, the first game, to 9.5, which is where I bet it, I thought that was a little extreme. This is why I bet it. So just hold out, just wait. If Luka Doncic plays, I think it's worth betting. And I'd still say this, too. I'm going to get the worst of the number at 9.5 if he doesn't play. I still think they're capable of covering that number just with Kyrie Irving out there. So we'll see if that's going to be the case tonight.
All right, let's get to one more game. And once again, Hardwood Handicappers, you guys broke down every game on the monster slate. And as the show goes on, we'll start to pick and choose other games as well. But I know you wrote this one up as well. A total Toronto-Sacramento late night, 10 o'clock Eastern tip time, just a little bit after that. You're looking at 237.5 at Circa, 238 at DraftKings, the total between the Raptors and the Kings.
So this is an angle that I've been playing since the trade. You know, I think that Toronto is a team that is going to change the way that they're playing a little bit. And they're already actually a really good offensive transition team. But since Emmanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett have come over, transition frequency, both overall and off live rebounds, has increased. Their half-court offensive efficiency has increased. Their overall pace has increased. And here against the Sacramento Kings, the Kings are going to be willing to not only match pace, but they're also a really good half-court offense against a Toronto team that is not that good defensively, especially with the loss of OG Anunoby. So this has been my angle for him, Tim. I bet Cleveland, Toronto on New Year's Day over. That thing hit. Bet Toronto over their team total on Wednesday against the Memphis Grizzlies. That one hit. So I'm just going to continue to kind of ride this train until it dries up. Bet this game over 238.
All right, there you go. A little breakdown of vsin.com write-ups from JVT. Is every team playing tonight?
I think save for like 4, right?
Yeah.
Because a couple of teams played yesterday. How about that ending yesterday, too? Did you see Nikola Jokic just half-court buzzer beater for the win? Nuts.
Not too shabby. Will Hill, he's going to join us on the other side. What is he keeping an eye on for Week 18 in the NFL season? And thoughts on the national championship is VSiN.
Do you want to learn the secret to becoming a published author in a few easy steps? Here's all it takes with help from Dorrance Publishing. For over 100 years, we've assisted individuals like you to fulfill their dreams of becoming a published author. When you call right now, you'll be assigned your own personal consultant who will help you through the entire book publishing and design process. Then, your book goes into production. It gets promoted, distributed, and finally, made available where books are sold. If you've got a book idea, call Dorrance Publishing right now for a free consultation. We'll help get your great idea out of your head, on paper, printed, and sold. It's a free, easy call. We're trusted by thousands of book authors just like you. So don't wait another day. Call now.
800-847-1362. That's 800-847-1362. 800-487-1362.
Sports Map tonight with Luke Morrow.
The Browns should sign me as their starting quarterback, and here's why. I know how to slide, and I know when to slide, and that was a huge issue. I still run a 4.340, people, and I can throw the football 80 yards.
All due respect, I don't know RG3. Seems like a nice guy. I think this is pretty pathetic. That's why anytime a quarterback gets injured, here he is making his Shark Tank pitch. Hello, Sharks. My name's Robert Griffin III. Here's why you should sign me to play quarterback for your team. I'm better than every quarterback you have. I can throw the football 80 yards. I can still run a 4.340. No, I haven't been in the league for 3 years, but you know what? I now know how to slide. Cleveland, I will lead you to your first Super Bowl. And Mark Cuban will be sitting there and saying, yeah, for all these reasons, I'm out.
Sports Map tonight, weeknights from 10 to 1 Eastern.
The Diehards.
And then all of a sudden, a sweeper pitch comes in. She goes, Dad, what's a sweeper? And I looked at her and I went, I don't know. Hey, Siri, what's a sweeper pitch? What is going on? Like, I felt like I was lost, and I'm like, I cover sports. I know this. And again, I'm a knucklehead fan on the radio, but I'm like, what is this? And then I'm seeing slurve, and I'm going, what? Like, am I gone?
The Diehards, weeknights from 8 to 10 Eastern on the Sports Map Radio Network.
Wake up call.
No, we were just talking NFL defenses, so why don't we bring in Sean Merriman, and former San Diego Charger. When you played, was there players that you played with that you felt like wasn't giving a full effort? How did you deal with that?
Well, my day, man, there were fights in the locker room because
sure.
You know, it's a little different. I mean, look, those the film studies were when we had the team meeting room film study, it was very uncomfortable for the guys who went out there and just laid an egg or didn't give an effort. Very uncomfortable. Those guys almost didn't want to be in the room, didn't want to be on the team, and that's what great teams do. You know, when you got guys out there that have working, not putting forth a great effort, and you got great leaders, that gets straightened out in the locker room before it ever gets to the coach. That's what great teams do. So until, they find a way for those leaders, those guys in that locker room step up and take control of that team, the coach should always be the last resort.
Wake up call with Tony D and Ron Culver. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Wake up call.
Hefty Lefty on Twitter. Easton Stick is the most perfectly named hockey player that angered sports gods by picking football. That's a great point.
That's true.
Easton Stick. That's a hockey player who chose to play football. Who is Easton Stick that he's a calf injury away from being the starter of the Chargers?
That would be like if a kid named Rawling Glove decided to pick up a basketball.
Right, exactly. Wake up call with Tony D and Ron Culver. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Prime Time continues now on the Sports Map Radio Network.
This is VSiN Primetime with Tim Murray on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This week, new customers can bet $5 and pocket $150 in bonus bets instantly. And how about this? You'll get NBA League Pass for the rest of the season. Download the app. Use that promo code VSIN, V-S-I-N, when you sign up. DraftKings.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
They come from around the world.
Who's getting acquainted behind the play. Now ahead, it's East Guy. Cutting it on net. Firing a shot. He scores!
They come from across the country.
Robbins fend on his Pass shot in front. Youngstown scores. Whitelaw with the hat trick. Ride into the danger zone.
Each path is different, every background diverse, but all arrive with the same goal. Every champion was once a contender. Every professional was once an amateur.
Now puck is floated in, splitting the defense, going behind his corner. That can't be, and he scores! What a goal for Kyle Connor!
They were born to be here.
Tilla bounces to Plant. Plant, backdoor, Fowler got across to make the save!
This moment is theirs. The road to the NHL runs through Youngstown. It's time for Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio.
Friday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 29 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Omaha Lancers. Good evening, sports fans. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and Lancers were in action here in Youngstown last night, a game in which the Lancers came into town and got out of game one with a 6-3 victory. Omaha got on the board first at 7:21 of the first period, was Noah Jones scoring his second of the year, so we went through the 5-hole of Owen Bartoskevich. Miles Gunty tied it at 9:25 with his 9th of the season. Sam Ronaldo and Hunter Ramos with the assists. We were knotted up at 1 at the end of the first period. Omaha struck quickly at the beginning of the second. Just 28 seconds in, David Deputy stripped Andrew Strathman of the puck at the Youngstown blue line, walked in on Bartoskevich and snapped one low to the glove side to give the Lancers a lead, which they would not relinquish. Then at 2:03, Nick Pierre, beneficiary of a nice play in front by Christian Kosis in the right corner, and Pierre fired one home from in tight. Pierre's 8th of the season, and the Lancers led 3-1, just 2:03 into the second. Phantoms answered back at 4:01. Adam Patilla, his 13th of the season in the books as unassisted, much to my protest with the USHL League office, but my cries have fallen on deaf ears, and Patilla's goal in the books at unassisted. And Youngstown cut it to 3-2, but off the ensuing faceoff, it was Pierre and Kosis again, just 6 seconds later, and that duo teamed up, and Pierre got his second of the game, 9th of the season, and Omaha led 4-2. At 13:48, Ethan Edricks scored on a 2-on-1, kept it himself, and beat Bartoskevich low for Fredericks, his 8th of the season, and that sent Owen Bartoskevich to the showers. He stopped 6 out of 11 shots. Phantoms answered back at 16:10, a 5-on-3 power play goal for Daniel Yenchko, his 4th of the season. Charlie Serrato and Andrew Strathman with the helpers. Phantoms trailed 5-3 at the end of the second. Same score they trailed by last Friday night back in Muskegon. Fans battled back to tie it at 5, but last night there was no such luck for Youngstown as 2:37 into that final frame, Frederick struck again for the Lancers, a goal on the rush, his 9th of the season, a power play goal for Fredericks, and that wrapped up our 6-3 final. Lucas Sitska got the win. He stopped 32 out of 35. Owen Bartoskevich took the loss. He stopped 6 out of 11. Colin Wynn played the final 26-12. He stopped 16 out of 17. Omaha power play was 1 for 4. Youngstown power play was 1 for 5. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will have tonight's scratch report as well as the starting lineups. You're listening to the pregame show on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business.
Hey, Brian.
People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center during the pregame show. Before we get to the starting lineups and the scratch reports, I need to say hi to my daughter Alexis, who is watching at our house turning into the pregame show. Hi, sweetie. Daddy loves you. All right, let's take a look at tonight's scratch report. We will begin with the visiting Omaha Lancers. You can scratch number 14, Alexei Kivioa. Number 21, Bobby Cowan. Number 23, Cooper Conway. Number 35, Jack Olson, and number 41, Sam Sheets. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 10, Zach Marin, number 17, Torrey Pittner, number 22, Nathan Lewis, and number 39, Brecken Smith. That was tonight's scratch report. Let's roll right into the starting lineups. We will begin with the visiting Omaha Lancers. They enter tonight's game with a 6-23-0 record. Their 15 points put them in 8th place in the USHL's Western Conference. Starting on the left wing out of Ryan, New York, committed to Harvard, number 16, Drew Delasala. Centering the starting lineup for the Lancers out of Lewis Center, Ohio, committed to Providence, number 25, Will Elger. On the right wing, out of New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, committed to Miami of Ohio, number 27, Justin Stupka. On defense, out of Naperville, Illinois, committed to UMass, number 5, Charlie Lieberman. And out of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, committed to UConn, number 28, Trey Scott. And net out of Moscow, Russia, number 34, Mikhail Yegorov. Yegorov enters tonight's game with a 2-10-3-0 record, a 3.59 goals against average, and a .900 save percentage, one shutout on the season for Yegorov. Lancers are coached by David Wilkie. The associate head coach is Matt Brunetto. They are assisted by Kyle Kawamura and Alex Barron. And now for your Youngstown Phantoms, who enter tonight's game with a 17-8-3-0 record. Their 37 points put them in 3rd place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing out of Portage La Prairie, Manitoba, committed to Wisconsin, number 21, Ryan Botterill. Centering the starting line for the Phantoms out of Upper Arlington, Ohio, committed to Providence College, number 25, Braden Clark. On the right wing, out of Mundelein, Illinois, committed to Michigan, number 19, Mikey Burchell. On defense, out of Northville, Michigan, committed to Michigan, number 18, Jack Wilson. And out of Ostrava, Czechia, committed to Providence College and the draft property of the New York Islanders, number 2, Tomasz Maciu. And net out of Westford, Massachusetts, committed to St. Lawrence, number 1, Colin Wynn. Colin enters tonight's game with a 6-2, 1-0 record, a 3.39 goals against average, and a .878 save percentage. The Phantoms are coached by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Andy Contois. They're assisted by Brandon Gotkin and Brandon Dennis. The equipment manager is Stephen Smith. The athletic trainer is Amber Martinelli. The goaltending coach is Neil Conway. Strength and conditioning coach is Tommy Malloy. Director of skill development is Carl Linden. The general managers are Jason Deskins and Ryan Kisecki. The officials, as selected by the United States Hockey League tonight, are as follows. The referees are Christopher Rummel and John Satarski. The linesmen are Gustav Arendt and Jordan Stachelski. 3 minutes left before national anthem and starting lineups here at the arena. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, Youngstown Phantoms hockey here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
a beautiful rendition of our national anthem by Shadi and Charver. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Phantoms, here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and Lancers for the second and final time this season, at least in the regular season. Of course, if you tuned in for the pregame show, you know that Omaha was 6-3 winners here last night. And if you subscribe to the Phantoms YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/PhantomsYtown, and you saw the post-game interview with Phantoms head coach Ryan Ward, did not have much to say after the game, voiced his displeasure with his team's effort, and moved on. My post-game interview was 25 seconds long. So hopefully the fans can put forth a better effort tonight. Pair of 25s in the circle. Roll for initiative. We're underway. So Omaha controls the opening faceoff. Trey Scott head to De La Salle in the officials' crease. He took a bump from behind. Clark played it away from the Youngstown line. Bouncing puck. Carried in the zone by Elger. Over to Stupka. Played down low to Elger. Pinned to the boards by Wilson. Puck comes to De La Salle in the right corner. Drew trying to spin away from Machu. Lost the puck to Wilson. Jack backhands it ahead to Mikey Burchell, making his return to the lineup after missing last weekend with an illness. Missed last night's game with a lower body injury. I see Mikey back in the lineup. Machu, D over to Wilson as the Phantoms change up the forward unit here 40 seconds into the first period. Clark turns and fires it in. Yegorov stops it behind the cage. Sends it up the right wing corner. Just gets it past the stick of a man as... Did they call the holding penalty on Braden Clark as he tackled Trey Scott? Or the Phantoms just offside? Okay, Phantoms were just offside 52 seconds into the first period. First period presented by our friends at Price Heating and Cooling. Ronaldo to take the draw against Kussler. Kussler wins the draw. Picozzi carried it to the line. Got bumped off the puck, rolls to Sam Ronaldo. Played it away from Kosas, stole it back, but now it trickles to Ronaldo. Tried to play it over to Gunty, but tripped over his own 2 feet. Puck came to Kosas, brought it to the red line, sent it into the Youngstown zone. Win, played it to the right wing corner for Strathman. Couldn't clear. Second effort gets it past Kosas and ahead to Gunny. Miles trying to get his step, stopped up by Posma, throws it to the end wall for Ramos. Hunter comes around to the right wing corner. Center point, Strathman, low shot, hit the ankle of Pierre. Bounced over to the Lancers. They bring it to center red and clear it down in, go for a line change. Wynn sets it up for Strathman. Strat out to the neutral zone, but picked off there by Deputy. Tried to bring it back in. He did get it cleanly over to Fredericks. Clearing attempt right to the stick of Deputy. He'll try to chip it to the right wing corner. Hit a stanchion, almost bounced into the slot, but instead he'll settle down for the stick of Ryan Rusinski. Played ahead to Patilla. Adam brings the blue line. Sent it down low, but was looking for Grant Young. He was sent to the boards by Charlie Lieberman. Puck available, side of the net in the blue paint. Rusinski fired and a save by Yegorov. Puck on the left half wing. Phantoms got away with a trip right there as Omaha plays it to center. Deputy bringing it ahead. Patilla, the only man back. But nice back-checking effort there by Ryan Rusinski to help out his fellow forward. Young sends it out to center. Patilla sends it to open ice. Right to an Omaha stick. Lancers into the zone. Fredericks over. Check from behind by Boumediene and lost the puck. Taharo plays it to Young. Fans bring it ahead 3-on-3. Grant brings it to the line. Checks it to the left wing corner. Svoboda goes down. Able to play the puck, but through Yenchko and to the Lancers. They'll carry ahead. Losing his footing was Taharo. Blazing into the zone and drawing a penalty was Lucas Brennan. Holding going to be the call on Youngstown. They'll head to the penalty kill. 2:45 into this one. Brandon Svoboda going to be the guilty party. Holding is the call. Power play for Omaha was 1 for 4 last night. On the season, they are 14.8%, 15th in the USHL. 12 power play goals. That is the fewest in the league. I believe 81 power play attempts, also near the bottom of the league. Penalty kill for Youngstown, 85.9%. That is second in the USHL. Phantoms give up the most power plays against in the league. Believe they're, 10 or 16 clear somewhere in there of the second place team, which I believe is the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Flip side of that coin, though, Phantoms have also drawn the second most penalties in the league. As here, Braden Clark wins the draw cleanly, got it back to Luke Osborne, who clears it out to center, right to the glove of Nick Pierre. Played it across over to Brennan, who got knocked down by Clark. Puck rolled to Osborne. He'll clear it the length of the ice. Yegerov brings it below the cage, sends it up the near side for Brennan. Pressured by Rinaldo, sends it down low for Kussler. Back to Brennan on the near half wall. Almost lost the puck. In fact, he did to Rinaldo. Sam will turn and float it toward the cage. That went on net. Yegorov has to make a save. And now finally the Lancers will bring it ahead. Fredericks lost it at the line, turned it over to Osborne, gave it up to Patilla. He's ahead 1-on-2. Got the shot away, shoulder save by Yegorov. Played the rebound into the corner. Patilla holding it against the kick plate. Burchell got it away, tried to backhand it to Patilla in front, blocked off by the Lancers, and they'll carry ahead 2-on-2. Down the right side comes Fredericks, tried to drop it off for Brennan, comes back to Pierre at the line, he'll hold the zone. Bouncing puck to Posma, came over to the half wall, Machu finned on the clear, Patilla played it down into the corner, now who reverses field, send it up the far boards and down the ice. Already halfway home on this Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Posma, ahead under the stick of Deputy, it bounces to Stupka. Carries ahead, gets past Aharo into the left wing corner. Around the boards through Deputy, looking for Slice. Botterill checked him, but the puck bounced back to Stupka. Center point for Posma to Elger, back to Kuzma. His shot blocked by Grant Young into the corner. Rebound went to Elger. 25 seconds left in the kill for Youngstown. Slides around the board. Deputy can't hold it in the zone, and Lynch will have to retreat back to center. Throw it back to Posma in their own zone. Fam's back 1-on-2, but they couldn't get the check on Posma to get the puck away from him. Hustling back in the play is Ryan Botterill. Back to Stupka. Shot up in the air and knocked in the corner by Finn McLaughlin. Nice save there by Colin Wynn. First shot on net for the Lancers. And one more time, Youngstown gets the clear, and out of the box comes Brandon Svoboda. The tree has been preserved. We're back to 5 aside. Out to center. Lancers turn it over to Strathman. He'll drop it back for McLaughlin. Finn into the official's crease. Off the stick of Svoboda. Swept ahead by Serrato. Down to Yenchko, to Svoboda, centering feed, Strathman, shot, Yegorov makes the save and covers the rebound. Strathman had a good look at the net there as we have our media timeout. 14:53 left in the first. We're scoreless. Listen to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. 14:53 left in the first. We're scoreless. Shots on goal are 4-1 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms have already killed a penalty here in the first 5:07 of the first. It was a holding call to Brandon Svoboda. In fact, that was where the Lancers got their only shot of the game so far. Very nice look by Justin Stupka from between the circles. Colin Wynn equal to the task so far. Charlie Serrato to take the draw against, I believe, that is Ryan Kussler. And it was Ryan Kussler who won the draw. Lancers can't clear, however. Kept at the line by Strathman. Played in the right wing corner. Svoboda to Serrato. Tried to center looking for Yanchko. Pass broken up. It'll roll to Kosis. Sends it over to Jones. Jones brings it ahead to the red line. Fires it into the zone. Bounces over the stick of Colin Wynn in the right wing corner. Kussler took a nice check there from Strathman. Kosis pries it free up to the line for Lieberman. Lieberman, low shot, wide of the cage. Rebound thrown back in front by Kosis. Hit a man as it elevated by Kosis there over the net as they tried to run the Zegras play from last season as Lieberman shot from the right point, answered by the blocker of Wynn. Kosis draws a penalty in front. Going to call Youngstown for a cross check. Strathman heading to the box. We'd love to see Kosis go for a dive. And Youngstown's captain will sit for 2 minutes. Phantoms back to the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Faceoff will be to the right of Colin Wynn. Ronaldo to take the draw against Slice. Slice leading scorer for this Omaha team. Tie up off the circle. Phantoms get control. Osborne sends it around, hits a dasher, and bounces to the stick of David Deputy in the neutral zone. Sent over to Posma, now Slice, touch to Deputy. Ahead to the line, still couldn't enter the zone cleanly. Nice stick by Osborne, picked up by Ronaldo and sent down the ice. Posma into the left wing corner. Bodied up by Miles Gunning, who dropped his stick. He'll pick up his twig and hustle back into the play as the Lancers bring it through center. Into the zone. Kussler tried to feed it down to Della Sala, broken up by Osborne, but he couldn't clear. Sent across to Posma, but off the stick of Ronaldo and out to center. Phantoms get two bodies onto the ice. Slice. Drop behind him to Posma. Into the corner for Elger. Elger left dot, into the corner for Slice. He'll bring it around the cage. Slice. Try to send it up to the point, broken up by Clark and Osborne. Osborne picks up the loose puck and sauces it down the ice. Halfway home on this Adams Street preservation penalty kill. As the Lancers. Elger in his own zone, out to Fredericks at the red line. Touched ahead to Deputy. Played over to Slice. Back to Deputy, down low. Touched away from him by DeHaro. Plays it off the shin pads of Braden Clark and down the ice. Hustling out for it is Yegorov. Plays it away from Burchell. Got to it but couldn't center. Now he got it to Patilla, and his one-timer is kicked out by Yegorov. Great look by the Phantoms. Almost turned into disaster there for the Lancers. Carrying ahead into the zone is Omaha. Brennan around the dasher to Pierre. Kept at the point by Kussler. Over to Brennan, to Kussler, shot saved by Colin Wynn. Rebound into the right corner. Grant Young turns his back to his man, pokes it free to Wilson. Jack reverses his field, throws it off a dasher and down the ice. Yegorov sets it up for Kussler, 5 seconds left on the cross-checking call to Andrew Strathman. Floated out to center, and out of the box is Strathman. The tree has been preserved. Serrato turns and sends it out to center, but Phantoms ahead of the play were changing. Omaha dumps it back in the zone, redirected in the left wing corner by Fredericks. Bamidian behind him to McLaughlin. Elevates over to Young, chipped ahead for Serrato. Couldn't get it over to Svoboda. Phantoms would have had a 2-on-1 had that pass clicked. Svoboda tried to get it to Yenchko, pass misfired. Yenchko able to send it back to McLaughlin, but in on the forecheck here is Fredericks. Puck came to Svoboda as Frederick and McLaughlin battle behind the play. Fans looking for a call on Fredericks as going down on the play is Brady. Svoboda plays it over to Yenchko, carries up the near side to Bamidian at the red line, ducked around the check of Ryan Kussler, who was headhunting there at center. Stripped from behind by Serrato. Charlie carries ahead, brought it to the line, took a heavy check from Posma. Glass shifted on that one. As it's Yenchko, tried to play it into the circle, was looking for Gunty. Machu down the right wing wall, throws it hard around the kick plate. Wilson's not going to be able to keep that one, and he'll pick it up in front of the Omaha bench. Jack retreats into his own zone, D to D over to Machu. Machi back to Wilson, redirected into the zone by Ramos. To the end wall, Picosi's the first one to it. Chipped it past one man, but couldn't get past Ronaldo. Sam sends it back in the right wing corner. Gunty hunting for it. Taken away by the Lancers, they'll break it through center. Elger sent it into the Youngstown zone, and the Lancers are off for a change. Wilson picks it up behind the cage. Up to Ramos near side. Hunter across the red line, and then the blue into the zone. Left it off for for Ronaldo. Over to Gunty, and he just couldn't click on the one-timer. In fact, he might have missed the cage. Miles had a wide open net. Send it up to the point. Could not find Machu. Goes all the way down to Colin Wynn. Phantom set it up as Lancers go for another line change. 10-10 left in the first. We're scoreless. Shots on goal are 4-3. Wilson ahead to Young. Red line and blue into the zone. Bumped off his line. Heavy by Trey Scott. Rolls into the corner. Scott plays it over to Jones and then Deputy. Up toward the line, Patilla lifts it up in the air. Osborne can't stop it at the red line. Second effort gets it away from Deputy. Backhands it toward the Omaha line. Loose right there on the far side, controlled by the Lancers. Sent far side by Della Sala into the right wing corner. Strathman the first one to it. Strathman, one hand on his stick, had Frederick draped all over him, able to throw the brakes on and get the puck over to Osborne so Youngstown can break it out. Veronin Kuzma down the left side, danced around. Picozzi got hauled down, no penalty. Puck behind the cage, taken away by the Lancers. They'll carry ahead. 3-on-2 if they hustle, but the pass out to center goes right to Luke Osborne. Luke looking for some help as Slice is all over him. Turns and fires it up the near wall. Found Botterill at center. Bott's ridden into the boards but kept the puck. Had to dance away as Patilla had gone across the blue line. Botterill fights his way through a check, keeps control of the puck in the right wing corner. Sends it over to Braden Clark. Clark up the wall to Boumediene. Sasha D was looking for DeHaro. Stolen away by the Lancers. Carrying ahead is Fredericks. Boumediene hauls him down. That'll be a penalty. And we'll have our media timeout. 8:50 left in the first. Phantoms heading to the PK on the other side of the break. We're scoreless. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Gavelli Center, 8:50 left in the first. Phantoms heading to their third Adams Tree preservation penalty kill of the first period. Sasha Boumediene in the box for hooking. It absolutely was a penalty, just does not seem that the Phantoms are getting the benefit of the same calls that the Lancers are so far here through the first 11-10 of the first period. Face-off looks like it'll be to the right of Colin Wynn. Looks like the Lancers are going to start with the top power play unit. Slies, Elger, Stupka, Deputy, and Posma. Shots on goal are 5-3 in favor of Youngstown. I think all three of Omaha's shots have come on the man advantage. I have no statistics to back that up, just a feeling. Looks like it'll be Ronaldo to take the draw against Slies. Slies wins that draw, played it away from Gunty, and got up to the point to Posma, to Elger in the corner. Back up to Posma, left point. Over to Deputy, right point. Right half wall for Slies. Sauces across to Elger fan on the one-timer. Rolls in the corner. Machu hustles over, but able to play it to Stupka, then to Deputy. Now near half wall for Slies. Up to the point for Posma. Thought about the shot. Instead gives it up to Deputy. Through the box. Elger one-timer off the stick of Machu. Off the shoulder of Wynn and into the meshing. .26 seconds gone on the Adams Tree preservation penalty kill. Linesman Gustav Arendt to drop the puck. Burchell to take the draw now against Slies, and Slies wins again. Stupka to Posma, to Elger. Back to Posma at the left point. Steps in, top of the circle, down to Elger, bottom of the circle. Elger brings it up top, sends it over to the right point for Deputy. Right corner for Slice. Carries to the top of the right circle. Trades it off to Elger. Elger. Goal line extended for Deputy. Up to the point for Posma. Elger. Left circle, one-timer, missed the cage. Right corner. Slies up to the point for Deputy. Posma. Played it off the boards. Kept it in the zone. Down the wall to Elger. Stupka behind the cage. Over to Slies. Right half. Slies. Backdoor Elger! Somehow the pass didn't get across. I could not tell you how. I thought Elger was going to redirect that in easily. 51 seconds left in the kill. Puck comes to Burchell, and he'll sauce it down the ice. Phantoms get a tired penalty killing unit off. Slies setting it up behind the cage. Trades it off to Kussler. Ahead to Brennan. Throws the brakes away from Botterill. Deflected the pass. Got it ahead to Pierre. Couldn't get it past Jack Wilson, but offside are the Omaha Lancers on the entry. 25 seconds left in this third edition of the Adams Tree preservation penalty kill. 3 shots so far on this power play for Omaha. The shots are now 6-5 in favor of the Lancers. Braden Clark to take the draw against Kussler. A bit of a false draw there. I thought that maybe Kussler had moved a little early, but he's not going to get the face-off warning. We'll reset and do it again. Face-off won cleanly by Clark, rolls back to Jack Wilson. Waits a few moments and then slosses it to the right wing corner of the Omaha zone. Kussler back for it. Around the cage on the near side. Out to Brennan in the neutral zone. Ahead to Fredericks. Redirected it off the linesman and will roll to Jack Wilson, but from his stomach, Brennan poked it into the corner. Wilson's the first one to it, however, and DeHaro on his backhand will send it down the ice. Little message there from Lucas Brennan for Connor DeHaro at the end of that clear, but out of the box comes Sasha Babedian. The treat has been preserved once more. Serrato breaks up in the neutral zone, got it to Svoboda. Svoboda, center drive, tried to feed it in front, looking for Yenchko crashing, couldn't redirect it home. Omaha gets it out to center. De La Sala steps in, shot redirected by DeHaro. Great stick there by Connor to block the shot as De La Sala came in on win. As Serrato gets submarine, play stays alive. Trey Scott keeps it in the zone. Send to the right wing corner, looking for De La Sala. Played it over to Elger, up the wall and up to the point for a shot that is kicked out by Colin Wynn. Rebound dived at by Elger. Phantoms able to recover. Yenchko to Svoboda at the red line, sends it into the Omaha zone. Phantoms off for a line change. 6 minutes left in the first. We're still scoreless. Lancers ahead, ran into the linesman at center. Puck came free to Luke Osborne, not redirected into the zone by Adam Patilla, and icing is called on the Youngstown Phantoms. 5:49 left in the first. First period presented by Price Heating and Cooling. Face off to the right of Colin Wynn. Omaha had 6 skaters on the ice. All right, looks like we have the right lineup out there now. I think Cam Van Sickle was the one confused about whether or not he was supposed to be on the ice. Grant Young to take the draw against David Deputy. Face-off warning on Omaha. And Omaha's going to get a delay of game penalty. They got a face-off warning first for not having a good line change, and then there with the face-off warning, they are called for delay of game. Youngstown to the power play. Power play for the Phantoms, 17.6% on the season, 13th in the USHL. Penalty kill for Omaha, 76.7%. That is 11th in the league. Phantoms were 1 for 5 on the power play last night. Scored a 5-on-3 power play goal off the stick of Daniel Yenchko. Face-off will be to the right of Yegorov. Hasn't seen a shot in a while. Of course, the Phantoms have been killing penalties. Clark will stay out here to take the draw. Top power play unit out for Youngstown. Clark wins the draw, but Picozzi knocked his man down, got it into the corner. Puck comes up toward the line and played out to center by Pierre, who jumped all over Boumediene, but couldn't get the puck away. Yenchko feeds it down low for Boumediene. Sasha carries ahead. Sasha to Yenchko, turned it over. Stupka carried around the cage, brings it to the near side, and then just drops it back to Picozzi. D over to Posma, and he will send it the length of the ice. Kill an additional 15 seconds or so. Botterill send it through Birchill. Boumediene will skate over for it. Phantom's going to try to get the breakout going here again. Boumediene to center for Clark. Braden into the zone, fought his way through the check of Picozzi. Pinned to the boards by Posma in the corner. Got it to Pierre. Up the wall, kept by Boumediene. Sasha to Yenchko, right circle. Dan being watched by 2 men. Tried to make a pass, came back to him. Now it's up to the point for Boumediene. Top of the left circle for Clark. A cross to Yenchko. Back to the point for Boumediene. Yenchko, one-timer Fed in front as Yegorov made the save on Yeshko. Clark fanned on his shot from the slot and is cleared down the ice by Omaha. Wynn sets it up for Wilson. Gunty ahead to Ramos. In the zone down the right side. Spun around Kroll. Carries around the cage on his backhand. Ramos to Gunty. In the circle, fed up to the point for Osborne. Fed it over to Jack Wilson. Right side for Ronaldo. Into the corner for Ramos. Up to the point for Wilson. Fed across to Osborne. Plays it off the wall to himself. 5 seconds left in the power play. Up the middle. Wilson kept at the line. Out of the boxes, Deputy. We're back to even strength. Ramos at the right point. Carries down the wall. Cycles with Ronaldo. Behind the cage for Gunty. Stolen away by the Lancers, and they'll start to carry ahead. Could be an icing here on the Lancers. It will be, as Van Sickle didn't gain the red line. He had open ice in front of him, but brought it to the neutral zone and sent it the length of the ice. So now the Lancers have to put that tired penalty killing unit back out on the ice. Faceoff will be to the left of Yegorov. It's like Grant Young to take the draw for Youngstown. However, the faceoff is controlled by Omaha. Skated ahead by Elger, brought it to the red line, sent it into the Youngstown zone, and now Omaha can get their line change. 3:23 left in the first. DeHaro to Strathman. Back to DeHaro. Out to center, redirected ahead by Rusinski, but Young couldn't pick it up. Bounces back to DeHaro near his own line. Played over to Strathman. Out to center for Rusinski. Ran into by Slies. Bouncing puck. Young able to corral it and brought it into the zone. Checked by Jones. Skated into by Veronin. But the Lancers force it back out to center. Rusinski able to chip it back into the zone. Danced around one hit. Brings it to the right wing corner. Spins away from Trey Scott. Double teamed by Deputy. Coming in to support is Young. Tried to make a pass to Veronin. Hit an Omaha leg and bounced over to Deputy. Sent around the wall to Frederick. Strathman pitching in. Sent quickly to the front of the mouth of the cage by Veronin. Picked up by the Lancers and sent down the length of the ice there as Yegorov had to make a save. Fed in front here by Omaha. Pass did not click. The Deputy picks it up, keeps it in the zone. Over to Slies, across to Posma, broken up by Strathman. Posma had an open net in front of him. Deputy chipped past him by Young, and Posma couldn't hold the zone. Sent out to center by Veronin. Phantoms trying to get a quick line change here as Posma brings it back in down the left side. Slides over to Slies in the left corner. Tried to center, broken up by Strathman with a nice check follow through. To Serrato, to Svoboda, to Yenchko. Chipped it past Picozzi, rolls in the right wing corner. Yenchko played it off inside of the cage. A vicious hit there. Bouncing right back up is Svoboda. Svoboda battling for it behind the cage. Serrato down there to help him out. Serrato pinned to the boards by Posma. Picozzi digging at the puck. 1:41 left in the first. It's back to Machu. Shot saved by Yegorov. Rebound loose, and the Lancers skated out of danger. Carried to center by Fredericks. Brought it to the red line and sent it into the Omaha zone. As Yenchko and Fredericks collide right in front of the Phantoms bench. I think Yenchko got the worst of that. Into the zone. Nick Pierre down the left side. Shot, kick save, Colin Wynn from the top of the left circle. Rebound to the corner. Gunny played it to the line, kept by Jones. Jones fanned on his pass. It rolled to Gunny and ahead for Ramos. Hunter knocked down by Charlie Lieberman as the puck rolls into the corner. Gunty pins it there. Lieberman in to help out. Ronaldo fed it in front and a save by Yegorov, and he covers the rebound. As who was there at the side of the cage? I think it was Hunter Ramos. As we are under a minute left in what has been a very entertaining first period. As Machu and I think Nick Pierre have to be separated. Now Jack Wilson is trading pleasantries. I think Christian Kosis maybe. And Nick Pierre is being sent to the box for a slash. Phantoms heading back to the power play. Of course, you have to think that with the Phantoms being sent to the kill 3 straight times to open the game, maybe they had a few coming their way. And this will be the second straight power play for Youngstown. Time of the penalty, 19:03. Of course, did not convert on their first power play attempt, as we are still scoreless. Shots on goal are 8-8. Second power play unit going to start for Youngstown, Ronaldo, to take the draw against Kussler. Draw is won by Kussler. Picozzi hustled into the corner but couldn't clear. Ramos keeps the zone, slides it over to Wilson, fake the one-timer, and slides it over to Osborne. Luke down the wall, trades it behind him to Wilson. Jack looked for time and space, gave it up to Osborne. Somebody's stick is broken out there. Doesn't look like anybody is without a stick, though, as Ronaldo has it behind the cage. Slid over to Ramos, right half wall. Center point Wilson. Jack thought about the shot, gave it up to Osborne. Luke, low shot, pat save by Yegorov. Ronaldo got to the rebound, sent it around the kick plate. Ramos will keep it the right half. Spins away from Deputy, fed it down to the corner for Ronaldo. Sam slid it behind the net, looking for Gunty. Played it back to him, and now Ramos. 14 seconds left in the period. Ronaldo, fan on the pass, regathered. Sam, wrister, right to the glove of Yegorov. He dropped it, but then he had cover quickly. 4.9 left in the first. As the linesmen need to separate Hunter Ramos. I believe that's David Postman. Face-off will be to the right of Yegorov. Be Braden Clark to take the face-off. Sasha Bamidian setting up in the shotgun. Clark wins the draw. Back to Yechko. One-timer, glove save! And a quick whistle there. I think Yegorov might have done better just to throw it aside. Win get ahead to the bench for the empty attack, for the extra attacker for the final 1 second of the period. But with 0.6 left in the period, I mean, virtually impossible to score, but crazier things have happened in a hockey game. Clark almost has to win it forward into the net. He wins it. There's the shot by Bamidian right at the buzzer. Saved by Yegorov, and that'll do it for the first period. Phantoms have 1 minute and 3 seconds left on the power play when we resume the second. We're scoreless at the end of one. Shots on goal 11-8 in favor of the Youngstown Phantoms. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. and Tori Kruger. We're stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the first intermission report. At the end of 20 minutes of play, the Youngstown Phantoms and Omaha Lancers are scoreless. Shots on goal in that first period, 11-8 in favor of the Phantoms. So last night at this point, we had a pair of goals to talk about, but no scoring in the first period here this evening. We did have 5 penalties in that first period. Brandon Svoboda was called for holding at 2:45. Andrew Strathman called for cross-checking at 5:48. Sasha Babidian called for hooking at 11:10. At 14:11, David Deputy was called for delay of game on a face-off violation. Then at 19:03, Nick Pierre was called for slashing. There's a minute and 3 seconds remaining on that power play for when we begin the second period. Mikhail Yegorov has stopped 11 out of 11. Colin Wynn has stopped 8 out of 8. Omaha power play is 0 for 3. Youngstown power play 0 for 2, but we are in the middle of that second Youngstown power play. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or the youngstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. Intermission report, we are scoreless here in Youngstown. Let's take a look at the other games in the USHL, a full slate of USHL action this evening. 8 total games here in the 16-team league. We are the only game underway, however, because all the rest of them are starting at 8:05 Central. We had a very expedient first period here in Youngstown. So, getting underway in about the next 20 or 25 minutes, the Sioux Falls Stampede will be at Fox Valley Ice Arena to take on the Chicago Steel. Des Moines Buccaneers travel north to battle the first-place Fargo Force. Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, they will also travel north. They'll take on the Green Bay Gamblers. Waterloo head southwest to take on the Lincoln Stars. Team USA will make the long trip out to Kearney, Nebraska to take on the Tri-City Storm. Muskegon Lumberjacks and Dubuque Fighting Saints will do battle at Ion Ice Arena in Dubuque. And then the Madison Capitals will take on the Sioux City Musketeers. Big trade in the USHL today. The Capitals dealt Will Felicio to the Waterloo Blackhawks in exchange for an affiliate defenseman and I believe a second-round pick in next year's Phase 2 draft. So big trade in the USHL today. Let's take a look at the NHL scoreboard. First intermission at the Rock. Blackhawks lead the Devils 1-0. First intermission in our nation's capital. And Washington leads the Carolina Hurricanes 2-0. Only 2 games underway in the NHL. In fact, only 3 games total today at 10 o'clock. The Jets will be in Anaheim to take on the Ducks. Let's take a look at the college hockey scoreboard. AIC beat Holy Cross in a shootout 4-3. Mercyhurst is shutting out Sacred Heart 3-0 with a minute left in the first period. Air Force has a 3-0 lead on Bentley. Bemidji State has a 2-0 lead over Ferris State. Yale and RPI are scoreless. Brown and Union are scoreless. UConn and UMass also scoreless. Big Ten hockey action, Wisconsin and Notre Dame scoreless at the end of 1. Overtime in Omaha, UMass Lowell and the Omaha Mavericks tied at 3. St. Lawrence and Canisius scoreless at the first intermission. Robert Morris with a 3-0 lead on Stonehill at the first intermission. New Hampshire leads Princeton 2-0 at the first intermission. Bowling Green with a 1-0 lead over Ohio State at the first intermission. Number 1 Maine leads Colgate 1-0. Second period about to get underway. RIT with a 3-0 lead over Clarkson. Later tonight, Alaska travels to Grand Forks to take on the Fighting Hawks of Notre Dame. Minnesota State will travel a little bit west to take on Augustana. Western Michigan will take on Lindenwood. Harvard is out in the desert to battle Arizona State. Niagara out in the Rockies to take on Denver. And that will do it for our out-of-town scoreboard and our first intermission report. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, Youngstown Phantoms Hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center for the start of the second period. Phantoms and Lancers are scoreless. Phantoms have 1 minute and 3 seconds left on a power play. Nick Pierre in the box for slashing. Phantoms 0 for 1 so far tonight on the power play in the middle of the second man advantage. Looks like to kill the penalty will be Kosis, Kussler, Picozzi, and Posma. For the Phantoms, Yenchko, Clark, Botterill, Bomidian, and Burchell. And you can roll for initiative. Second period's underway. Omaha won the draw, but the clear was blocked. Phantoms played behind the cage, picked up by Clark. Played to Botterill, back to Clark. Poked up the wall to Bomidian. Sasha walks the blue line, feeds over to Yenchko, top of the right circle. Across to Burchell, to Botterill. Couldn't quite handle the pass. He'll chip it up to Bomidian. 40 seconds left in the power play. Yenchko fed it through the box, hit an Omaha stick, bounced to Botterill. Botterill took a bump, fed it off an ankle. Burchell's going to pick it up, slides it over to Yenchko. Dan across, Botterill tipped it on net. Yegorov made the save. Botterill got his own rebound. Played it in the left wing corner. Played in front, was looking for Yenchko. Burchell breaks up the clearing attempt in. But on the second effort, Omaha able to get it down the ice. Quick line change here for Omaha. 15 seconds left in the power play. Bomidian backtracking into his own zone. Looks like the Phantoms are going to be satisfied to let the power play go by the wayside here. In fact, out of the box comes Nick Pierre. And we're back to 5 aside. Bomidian to the red line. His dumping attempt broken up, but it bounced to Ryan Botterill, who fired it on net from the neutral zone. Glove save by Yegorov. He sets it up for Kroll. Played up to the line. Stupka plays it out to center for Brennan. Brennan knocked off the puck. Phantoms play it back out to center for Ramos. Hunter ahead. Gained the red line. Sent it into the zone. To the left wing corner. Lieberman and Rinaldo battle for it. Lieberman using that big, huge frame to wedge Rinaldo off the puck. Now Gunny stables it to the kick plate. Stupka had it for a second before his pocket was picked by Ramos. Sent around to the right wing corner for Gunny. Spins away from Kroll. Cycle to Ramos. Hunter around the cage. Up to the point for Strathman. Low shot. Hit Rinaldo in front and then trickled to the weak side wide. Kroll got to the rebound. Cross ice pass looking for Stupka. Touch on it there by Strathman. But offside are the Lancers as they come into the zone. 1 minute 55 seconds into the second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Face off far side, just outside the Youngstown blue line. Deputy to take the draw against Serrato. Deputy wins that cleanly. To Scott, to Jones. Fired into the zone. Win slows it down behind the cage as it trickles to Jack Wilson. Couldn't play it to Veronin. Broken up by Fredericks. Bounce to Serrato, who's able to get out the center. 3-on-2 for the Phantoms if they hustle. Swoboda, however, threw it too far ahead of himself, caught up to it below the goal line, sent it through Veronin and over to Machu. Up to the point for Serrato, sent back down low. Veronin hustling to it, but couldn't get to it first behind the cage. He was wedged off by Trey Scott. Swoboda couldn't get his stick free. He was tangled with Scott as well. And Fredericks will break it out of the zone. Dumped into the zone by Slice. Around the boards, Fredericks up to the point. Jones couldn't hold the zone. Omaha will have to touch that back at center. Set a crossover to Picozzi. Second effort, able to play it ahead. Bounces into the Youngstown zone to right to Wilson. Ahead off the skates of Veronin. Bounced off of Deputy and then to De La Salle. His shot well wide of the cage. Rebound picked up in the corner by Wilson. He'll just flip it out to center. Patilla, one-on-one against Posma. Spins in the circle, waits for support. Dropped it off for Young. Fed in front. He had Rusinski. And if Rusinski was a left-handed shot, it's 1-0 Youngstown. Instead, it'll be Fredericks to poke it down to the right wing corner of the Youngstown end. Phantoms get there first. Rusinski to Young, played out to center. Sent right back in by Omaha. Daharo first to it in the corner, plays it to Rusinski. Trying to spin away from Elger. Send it into the corner. Daharo turned it over in front. It came out to Kenny. He scores. Gabe Kenny, his 4th goal of the season. Off a turnover, and Omaha leads 1-0. Time of the goal, 3:28. See if I can get a look at the replay here, try to figure out exactly what happened. Daharo tried to play it. It was knocked away by Elger. And he found Gabe Kenny in front. Actually sounds like, as I hear Nick Blaser, the voice of the Lancers, down the voice, it's Keeney. So Gabe Keeney, his 4th of the season, gives Omaha a 1-0 lead as the Lancers ice it off the ensuing faceoff. Face off to the right of Yegorov. Clark to take the draw against Kessler. Clark wins the draw, but Kosas played it away from Burchill. Kroll backhands it off the boards and out to center. Kosas backhands it into the Youngstown end. Win to Wilson. Up ahead, tipped by Kessler, so no icing here as it goes all the way down the ice. Kroll sends it around the far wall for Kosas, sent back looking for Lieberman, but it went through him, came through to Kroll, sent back in the corner, bounced to Clark off the stanchion, fed in front, Botterill chipped it over the cage in front. Maybe the best look of the night for Youngstown. Burchill tried to throw to the point for Bermidian, but he couldn't keep the line. Win with the quick up as Omaha tried to get a couple of fresh bodies on the ice, but Burchill and Clark both missed redirecting into the zone, so Phantoms will be guilty of an icing here. 15:43 into the second period. Omaha leads 1-0 on the 4th goal of the season by Gabe Keeney. Face off to the left of Colin Wynn. Be Stupka to take the draw against Clark. Stupka wins it cleanly. To the point for Trey Scott, looking for a lane. He fired it low and missed it wide. Jones kept it in the zone, down low to Kosas. Spun away from Boumediene. Lost the puck, and Wilson will pitchfork it to the line. Did Jones keep it? Yes, he did. However, Clark got the puck to Jack Wilson, now slipped back ahead to Hunter Ramos. Ramos in the left wing corner. Looking for some help, sends it up to the point for Boumediene. His low wrister kicked out by Yegorov to the left corner. Stupka to the rebound. Skated ahead off the stick of Ronaldo, but did make it to the neutral zone. Jones plays it ahead for Van Sickle. Into the left corner, Van Sickle beat Ronaldo to the puck. Played over into the corner for Stupka. Took the body. Van Sickle up to the point for Picozzi. Over for Posma. Low shot, gloved and held by Colin Wynn, and we'll have our media timeout. 14:55 left in the second. Omaha leads 1-0. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back to the Covelli Center, and if you were watching the video there on Flow Sports during the timeout, you got to see Jack Hextall waving to the crowd. Jack, 2008 born forward, signed a tender agreement today for the Phantoms to join the squad next year. Very excited to have Jack on board. In fact, stay tuned to the Phantoms YouTube channel after the game. We're going to see if we can get an interview post-game with Jack. Face-off in the Youngstown zone to the right of Colin Wynn. Eldrer to take the draw against Ronaldo. Sam wins it cleanly. Behind the cage, picked up by Strathman. Floats to the right corner. Slipped ahead to Gunny, then Ramos. Up ahead, Osborne. Lost his footing, and Picozzi will pick it up, sending it around the boards to Posma. Took a couple of tries, but fed it ahead to Keeney. Played it to Eldrer. Eldrer into the zone, went inside out around a man, and got a shot away, and a nice save by Colin Wynn. Up to the point, Posma, half slapper, up over the cage. Clubbed to the line, kept by Picozzi. Centering feed there, redirected by Youngstown. So they couldn't find a crashing Eldrer. Now it's De La Salle in the right corner. Up to the point for Picozzi. Quickly across to Posma. Fed down low, he fanned on the pass. Squirted behind the cage. Picked up by Ronaldo. Sam spins away from De La Salle and sends it over to Osborne. Ahead to Ramos in the official's crease. Redirected on the goal. And Yegorov had to make a save. Got it to Posma. Snapped ahead for Fredericks. Taken away by Youngstown and sent back down the ice. Right to the stick of Picozzi. D over to Posma. Pass ahead, hit the skates of Brandon Svoboda, but it bounced over to Picozzi. Back to Posma. Svoboda with a steal in front. Serrato chipped it on the cage, but a shoulder save by Yegorov. Up to the point for Wilson. Low shot, wide of the cage. Comes into the right corner. Posma got there first. Clearing attempt broken up by Yenchko, but as he tried to pass it to Machu, it eluded him and slid all the way down the ice. Colin Wynn out to the right corner to set it up back for Machi. Back to the line for Patilla. Popped up in the air and sent back out the center by the Lancers, and a hand pass called on Omaha. So faceoff will come back in the Omaha zone. Looks like they're going to drop it to the left of Yegorov, who has stopped 15 out of 15 so far. Serrato had a good look just moments ago. Deputy to take the draw against Young. Flanked by Rusinski and Patilla. Young wins the draw. Patilla into the corner, fed in front off of an Omaha skate and wide. That was Charlie Lieberman. Breaking that pass up, comes over to the far wall for Fredericks. Battles against Young, turned it over to Patilla. Rusinski has it. Ryan took a slash, floats it over to McLaughlin. Finn down the near wall, played into the corner, but that's right to Kroll. And he lifted it over the glass and out of play. NHL lets a delay a game penalty, but here in the USHL, you're just denied a line change. Phantom's going to keep the same unit on the ice. 12:54 left in the second. Omaha leads 1-0 on the goal by Gabe Keeney. Face-off warning on the Lancers. Deputy barking at the linesman, doesn't like the call. And I think this one might be on Young. No, the linesman's going to say this one's my fault. Puck finally down. Phantoms gain control for a moment. McLaughlin to Patilla behind the cage to Young. Grant around the net to the far side, my near side, but his pass up to the point eludes Bamidian and goes all the way down the ice. Win. Sets it up for Sasha. And he'll carry ahead, dances past one stick check, brings it to the red line. Tried to fire it into the zone, but it was knocked down by Kessler. Cross-ice feed, hit a man, then bounced to Grant Young to bring into the zone. Grant ducks under the check of Kessler, played it behind the cage to Rusinski. To Patilla, played away from him by Kessler. Set up the far wall, DeHaro kept. Side of the net, Patilla tried to jam it home. Yegorov kept it out with the right pad and then throws the blocker on top of it. As the puck was stuck on the side of the net, 12:11 left in the second. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. Face off to the right of Yegorov. Kessler to take the draw against Braden Clark. Kessler wins the draw, hustling over to it, Noah Jones. Floats it up the wall, but kept by Braden Clark. No, they're going to say he touched it with a high stick. Face-off will come into the neutral zone. So they're going to bring the face-off all the way down to the Phantoms' defensive end. Draw will be to the left of Wynn. Kessler to take the draw against Clark again. Face off over to the wall. Controlled by Omaha. Pierre tried to send it up to the point, broken up by Clark and chipped out to center. Hustling down the ice after it is Burchell. Cut off by Scott. Played over to Jones on the near wall. Jones spun away from Braden Clark, carried to the red line. Denied the blue line by Machu, chipped ahead for Burchell. Pierre played it ahead, stolen by DeHaro, and up for Botterill. Ryan in the zone, stops up at the left point. Into the circle for Burchell, back to Botterill. Tried to feed it across from Machu, broken up by Pierre. Floated to the line, kept by Machu. Set to the left corner, Botterill, shot, score! Get that cat off my chair, Ryan Botterill. Goal number 10 on the season. Youngstown has tied the game. Time of the goal, 8:39. What a play by Tomasz Machu to keep that one at the line. And Botterill, just a sneaky shot, got it through short side on Yegorov. And Youngstown has leveled the match at 1. Face-off controlled by the Lancers, but Picozzi had it taken away by Ramos and sent into the Lancers zone. Posma around the near side boards, got it to Stupka, chipped it out to center. Phantoms broke it up for a moment, and now it did roll back to Strathman, who played it ahead. Ronaldo trying to beat out the icing whistle, he will. Gunty had to go through his legs behind the net. Now Ronaldo battling for it, as is Gunty. Puck still tied up behind the cage. Now it's Ronaldo. Near side, turns, fires. Yegorov made the save. Rebound comes to the weak side, far side. Up to the point, Strathman, D to D. Osborne, shot blocked, came right back to him. Now another low shot blocked in front by Picozzi, never got through. Stupka plays it ahead to Van Sickle, then Brennan in a big collision there at center. Could have been a kneeing penalty on Youngstown, but play continues. Into the zone comes Ramos to Osborne. Shot blocked, rebound. Hammering at it was Ramos, but Yegorov had it between the pads. Strathman barking at somebody. Wynn heading to the bench. Maybe an Omaha penalty upcoming here. Sitting down in the box, Lucas Brennan. I got to look at the replay. I'm sorry, that should have been a knee on Andrew Strathman. Officials talking it over in the crease. 10:23 left in the second. We're tied in 1. Shots on goal are 20-12 in favor of the Phantoms. Captains of each team, Ryan Kessler, Andrew Strathman, over at the officials' crease, awaiting the deliberations. Looks like John Satarski is talking to the head of our off-ice officials, Rob Russo, who will pass the judgments on to Lynn Siegfried down the press box to my left. Good crowd here at the Cavilli Center on a Saturday night. And Lucas Brennan's being sent to the locker room. Of course, this is just 2 of 3 home games in January for Youngstown. Phantoms are going to go on a 5-game road trip after this. Stops in Des Moines, Waterloo, and Green Bay. Check that, a 6-game road trip, and then wrap up the road trip on the 26th against the 17s. Then on the 27th, be back here against the 17s to go back to Plymouth on February the 1st to take on the 18s. There's a 5-minute major on the board to Lucas Brennan. So I don't have a call yet. Penalty on the board says Drew Delasala. He must be serving the penalty for Brennan. Youngstown to their 3rd power play of the game. We'll see if we can get the call here in a moment as Omaha wins the faceoff and gets the clear. A 5-minute major for roughing on Brennan, and they call it a game misconduct. We'll see whether that sticks or not, as on the entry in the corner, Yenchko lost it to Lieberman, and it has cleared the length of the ice. Wynn sets it up for Boumediene. 35 seconds gone on the power play for Youngstown. So 5-minute major power play. Phantoms can score as many times as they're able until the clock expires. Into the zone comes Burchell. Mikey spins to the bottom of the right circle, away from Pierre, up to the point for Boumediene. Sasha over to Yenchko, right half wall. Floats it back to Boumediene, gave it back to Dan. Yenchko, right half wall, looks for an option. Fed cross point for Osborne. Center point, Boumediene. To Osborne, walks down the far wall, played behind him to Boumediene. Sasha walked the blue for a second, gave it back to Osborne. Luke faked the shot. To Boumediene. Right circle, Yenchko. Back across for Osborne through his skates. Stupka picks it up and clears it down the ice. 95 seconds gone on the major power play for Youngstown. Phantoms couldn't keep control in the neutral zone. Boumediene plays it back to Osborne in their own end. Sasha heads off to the bench for a change. As Osborne has it behind the net. Leaves it for Wilson. I'm sure Luke will be heading to the bench now. Wilson to Gunty. To Ramos. Chipped ahead. Ronaldo fought his way through the stick check of Jones. Got to it in the corner. Sent it around over to Osborne. Still on the ice. Luke back behind the net. Chipped away from Ronaldo by Jones, but it made its way around to Ramos. Bodied up by Jones. 2:50 left in the power play for Youngstown. Jones picked it up, sent it up the middle, and got it down the ice. I don't think the Phantoms have a shot here on the power play yet. Wilson into the zone. This one will count as a shot as he slides it on net. Yegorov will cover, and Youngstown will get an offensive zone faceoff. He'll be able to make a line change. Just about halfway through this power play. In fact, that will count as the first shot on net on the power play for Youngstown. Out shooting Omaha right now, 21-12, but we are tied on the scoreboard, 1 goal apiece. Goals here in the second period by Gabe Keeney and Ryan Botterill. Kessler to take the draw against Serrato. Interesting face-off there as Youngstown gets control. Veronin to Serrato, to Strathman, back to Serrato, down to the half wall. Back up to Strathman. Strathman shot, missed the cage with that high wrister. Rebound to Grant Young. Fought through the check of Deputy. Played to Patilla. Hustled around the boards to Serrato. Charlie into the corner. Now behind the cage. Fed side net, Patilla scores! Sneaky play by Charlie Serrato, and Adam Patilla had an empty net in front of him. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Phantoms get goal number 2. Power play goal for Patilla, team leading 14th goal of the season. And Youngstown leads 2-1. Time of the goal, 12:26. Unreal play by Charlie Serrato. Everybody watching the puck. Nobody saw Patilla creep into the post that Serrato had vacated. And all Patilla had to do was tap it in. Face-off controlled by the Phantoms. They'll carry ahead. As Strathman gets tackled in center, nothing called. Cavelli Center crowd not happy about it. Phantoms still in their own zone. Now they'll carry ahead. Veronin across the ice to Grant Young. Knocked down by Posma, but Veronin able to cover up. Got it to Patilla behind the cage over to Serrato. To Strathman to Young. Fan on the pass, but Strathman kept the zone. Strathman down the near side. Reverses his field, carries up high, turns, fired. Yegorov made the save, rebound behind the cage. Patilla couldn't get a hold of it, and Posma able to get it clear, got it to Elger. He'll carry ahead 1-on-2. Elger long distance shot right to the chest of Wynn. He'll knock it down. Phantoms turn it over again. Coming in front is Elger as the net is empty for a moment as Wynn got knocked down and a shot goes wide from the point. And a hooking call upcoming. Grant Young called for hooking. But really, Phantoms in survival mode there in their own end. As Young took out his own goaltender. Luckily for the Phantoms, when the puck came back to Kroll at the point, Wynn was able to get back in the cage. But as the man cut across the net mouth, that was Elger. And here's a shot off the faceoff. Frederick got the shot away. Wynn made the save. Might have gone off his helmet. So we'll play 4-on-4. Omaha will get a power play on the back end of this. Puck at center for Botterill. To Boumediene. Back to Wilson. But so to finish the story, when Elger cut across the net mouth, Young hauled him down, and that's where they got the hook. Boumediene coming in, shot, Yegorov blocker save. To Jones, carries ahead as he fought off the check of Botterill. Over to Slides, down the left side. Slides kind of punched his man right in the mouth. That was Wilson. No penalty. Up high, Posma, shot, blocked in front. Loose in the slot. Lancers get control. Jones fires it toward the cage as he was spinning down, missed the net. Wilson spun away from Fredericks. Snapped ahead, misses the cage, and this will be icing on the Youngstown Phantoms. Man was out of the box looking to see if maybe they're going to let this icing call stand, or I think maybe the shot was let go before De La Sala came out of the box. Icing call will stand. Youngstown now back on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. 5:22 left in the second. Youngstown leads 2-1. Power play goal by Adam Patilla gave Youngstown the lead. So Youngstown was able to convert on the major power play Can't remember if they're 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 with the man advantage here this evening. Face off to the left of Wynn. Stupka to take the draw against Sam Rinaldo. Stupka won it cleanly up to the point to Deputy. Left side, Posma. Low shot right to the glove of Colin Wynn. He'll hang on. 52 seconds left on the hooking call to Grant Young. Already standing in the penalty box. Fans will change up the defensive pairing. Bamidian and Wilson to the bench. On Camacho. And I would imagine Osborne. It is Osborne. As Omaha controls the draw. Elger to Slides. Back to Elger, left half wall. Below the goal line. To the right side for Deputy. Center point. Posma, low shot. Right to the glove of Colin Wynn. He'll hang on. Fam's going to change up the forwards now. On come Braden Clark and Ryan Rusinski. 33 seconds left on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Clark to take the draw against Stupka. Clark won the face-off. Posma kept the line against Braden Clark. Posma fed it down low. Behind the cage, it's Drew Delasala. Fed in front, ricocheting around, hit a phantom stick, and goes over to the right wall. Delasala to Deputy, back to Delasala in the corner. They'll trade places. Delasala still with it. Gave it up to Posma. Right circle. Posma trying to cut toward the middle. Got knocked off the puck. Picked up by Luke Osborne and sent down the ice. Out of the box comes Grant Young. The tree has been preserved as Ryan Rusinski loses his footing and knocks the net off its moorings. We'll have our immediate timeout. 4:22 left in the second. Youngstown leads 2-1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gravelli Center. 4:22 left in the second period. Youngstown leads 2-1. All the goals scored here in the second period. It was Omaha's Gabe Keeney scoring his 4th of the season to open the scoring. Then Ryan Botterill got his 10th and Adam Patilla got his 14th. The Phantoms have their first lead of the weekend. Serrato to take the draw against Kussler in the neutral zone, right in front of the Phantoms bench, near side. Kussler won the draw, got it to Kostis, drop back for Lieberman. Off the wall, sent out to center. They're going to say touch by DeHaro, so no icing, as DeHaro has to battle against Kostis in the corner. Kussler in there as well, as is Charlie Serrato. Puck still there in the right corner. Omaha gets control, fed out to Jones. Toe drag, shot blocked in front. Don't think it ever got through to Win. In the skates of a Phantom, played off the glass and out to center. Serrato and Yenchko couldn't enter the zone. Now ahead come the Lancers one more time. It's Kostis. Had it played away from him by DeHaro. Out to center. Serrato kicks it ahead. Charlie Serrato in on Yegorov. Shot off the crossbar after it went off the pad of Yegorov. Oh, Serrato will be seeing that one in his sleep. Great look by Serrato. Charlie, 3 goals on the season, 12 in his USHL career. As McLaughlin plays it behind the cage to Yenchko. Dan spins away from Picozzi. Fed it up to McLaughlin at the left point. Shot hit Serrato in front. Charlie to Yenchko. Shot missed the top corner just barely. Rebound over to the near side. Pierre bounces it out to center to Van Sickle. Van Sickle one-on-one with McLaughlin. Long distance shot. Finn blocked it. Rebound to Birchall, he couldn't clear. Pop behind the net, picked up by Strathman. Left there, but taken away by the Lancers. Brady knocked off the puck. Youngstown will bring it ahead. Ronaldo to the officials' crease and dumps it into the zone. Phantoms are changing. Yegorov sets it up for Kroll. Plays it up the far boards to Van Sickle. Van Sickle ahead to the Youngstown line for Stupka. Thought that Omaha might have been offside there. Thought Brady was well ahead of the play. Said it's Posma. Got the shot away. Glove saved by Wynn. Rebound. Popped into the slot and skated ahead by Ramos. Chipped it past Kroll. Hunter. Goal line extended. Fed it in front. Hit the skate of Posma. Popped up in the air and went wide. Osborne's pass. Intercepted by Posma. Now cleared to the line. Brady able to sweep it out to center with a diving play. Ramos lost it in his skates. Played it away from Fredericks. Dropped it back for Osborne. Up for Gunny. Miles into the zone down the right side. Got around Lieberman, but then Charlie able to recover using that big frame and got the puck away from Gunty. Played around, kept by Wilson at the point, but bumped it right to Brady, who played it to Fredericks. And now out to center. No icing here as Brady able to get a touch on it. Wynn plays it to the near corner, and Youngstown will skate it ahead. To Svoboda, he'll redirect it into the zone while Youngstown is changing. From behind the net, sent ahead by Lieberman out to Deputy at center. He took a bump and the puck rolled to the Phantoms. Ahead at center, Strathman off of Svoboda, then Young played it into the zone. Jones sends it right back out to center. Botterill dropped it back for Machu. D to D over to Wilson. Fredericks finishes his check on Jack as it comes behind the cage for Yegorov. Played it away from Svoboda to the right quarter for Jones. Up the wall for Slies, then Deputy across the ice looking for Fredericks. He did redirect it into the zone as Wilson misses his check as it rolls to Machu in the corner. Minute remaining in the second. Phantoms lead by a goal. Posma and Deputy run into each other. Svoboda goes down on the play, got tangled up with Deputy's legs. Puck loose around the left point. Scott trying to keep the zone. He will chip it into the corner. Rolls to Jack Wilson. Sends it around the kick plate looking for Botterill. Ryan finds it in the neutral zone. Botterill back to the play. Sends it into the Omaha zone. Goes off for a change. Yegorov turned it over. Young threw it in front, but nobody there for Youngstown. Carried ahead by Keeney. Gained the red line. Fired it into the Phantoms' end. Wynn stopped it behind the net for DeHaro. Connor got double teamed. Threw it up the near side. De La Sala got there first. Sent it on net. Pad save. Colin Wynn. Up the wall for Slies. Poked away by Patilla. Tangled up with Keeney. Backtracking for it quickly was Picozzi with 7 seconds left in the period. Picozzi off the wall to Elger. 2 seconds. 1. And shot would not have counted had it gone, but it missed the cage. And that'll do it for the second period. Omaha opened the scoring, but Youngstown got goals from Ryan Botterill and Adam Patilla to take a 2-1 lead at the end of 40. Shots on goal 24-18 in favor of Youngstown. Shots in the period 13 for Youngstown and 10 for Omaha. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have the second intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the second intermission report. At the end of 40 minutes of play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 2-1 lead on the Omaha Lancers. Shots on goal through 40 minutes, 24-18 in favor of Youngstown Phantoms. Outshot Omaha 13-10 in that second period. Omaha opened the scoring at the 3:28 mark was Gabe Keeney, his fourth of the year. Will Elger with the assist, 1-0 Lancers. Phantoms tied it at 8:39. Ryan Botterill's 10th of the season. Tomesh Machu with the assist, and what a play that was by Machu. Blocked a clearing pass with his glove, set it down and fed it to Botterill in the left circle. Botterill just a get-me-on-net shot that sneaked in past Yegorov's arm, in between Yegorov and the right post, for Botterill's 10th of the season. Then at 12:26, a power play goal for Adam Patilla. Beautiful play by Charlie Serrato, who got the primary assist, a secondary assist to Grant Young. Serrato brought it behind the cage to the far side, and as Serrato went behind the net, Patilla drifted in right behind him. And with everybody watching the puck, nobody was watching Patilla. Serrato dropped it behind him, but Patilla tapped it into an empty cage. So Patilla's team-leading 14th of the season. And that gave the Phantoms a 2-1 lead. 3 penalties in that second period. 2 of them on Lucas Brennan, who was given a 5-minute major for roughing and a game misconduct. At 13:35, Grant Young was called for hooking. Wiped out the last minute and a half of the power play for Youngstown. But the Phantoms able to kill it off. Youngstown 1 for 3 on the power play. Omaha 0 for 4. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature. You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the second intermission report. Phantoms lead the Lancers 2-1. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Starting the USHL, a lot of these games will be at the first intermission. Sioux Falls has a 2-1 lead on the Chicago Steel. Fargo leads Des Moines 1-0. Cedar Rapids with a 2-1 lead over Green Bay. No scoring updates from Waterloo and Lincoln. Interesting, wonder if the internet is out at the Ice Box. Team USA and Tri-City tied at a goal apiece. Former Phantom Jake Rossi with the goal for Tri-City. So I believe that's the U17s out there in Kearney. Dubuque has a 2-0 lead over Muskegon. And Madison and Sioux City are scoreless. Only 2 NHL games underway right now, one coming up later tonight. 2 minutes left of the second. The Blackhawks and the Devils tied at 1. New Jersey currently on a power play. Second intermission in Washington, D.C. The Capitals lead the Carolina Hurricanes 2-1. And as I mentioned later tonight, the Jets will take on the Anaheim Ducks. Over to the college hockey scoreboard. AIC beat Holy Cross in a shootout 4-3. Mercyhurst leads Sacred Heart 4-2. Thought Air Force had a 3-0 lead on Bentley, but now there's no score showing on the college hockey news scoreboard. Bemidji State with a 3-1 lead over Ferris State. Yale leads RPI 1-0 Union with a 2-1 lead over Brown. UConn has a 2-1 lead on UMass. Wisconsin and Notre Dame knotted up at 1. Nebraska Omaha beats UMass Lowell 4-3. New Hampshire 4, Princeton 1. Ohio State with a 4-goal second period. They lead Bowling Green 4-1. Number 1 Maine up 3-0 on Colgate. St. Lawrence and Canisius tied at 1. Robert Morris with a 6-1 lead over Stonehill. Stonehill still looking for their first win of the year, 0-17. RIT leads Clarkson 3-0. Augustana leads Minnesota State 2-0. Western Michigan up 1-0 over Lindenwood. Harvard and Arizona State, Niagara and Denver, both those games yet to get underway. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard and our second intermission report. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, third period action between the Omaha Lancers and Youngstown Phantoms here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the start of the third period. Phantoms lead the Lancers by the score of 2-1. Second period goals belong to Gabe Keeney, Ryan Botterill, and Adam Patilla. Botterill his 10th, Patilla his team-leading 14th. Keeney his 4th. You can roll for initiative. The third period is underway. Omaha controls the draw. Posma his dump in. Bounce to Sam Rinaldo. Sam banked it ahead for Gunny. Miles down the right side, but offside are the Youngstown Phantoms. Face-off back at center ice. Rinaldo wins the draw. Machu surveys the scene, snaps it ahead off of Gunty's stick. Picozzi and Rinaldo battle below the goal line. Played in front by Rinaldo, but that bounce to the Lancers. Frederick knocked off his line by Wilson. Taken by Gunny in the corner to Wilson behind him to Ramos. Back into the corner for Wilson. Jack fights through the check of Fredericks, battles through the stick check of Deputy and gets it out to center as Gunny takes a hit to the head. And neither official has their arm in the air. Are you kidding me? As a huge crowd is gathering in the right wing corner. Linesmen are trying to separate Ethan Fredericks and Sam Rinaldo at center. But the massive crowd is in the Lancers zone. Players still battling each other. Phantoms lost his helmet. Tunner Ramos. I don't know who Ramos has a piece of, but he wants to keep going. In the meantime, Gunny up to his feet under his own power, under the watchful eye of Amber Martinelli. Linesmen finally have everybody separated. So we had ourselves a good old-fashioned yard sale. Tomasz Machu barking at somebody in the Omaha box. Picozzi being helped to the locker room. Colin Wynn over to have a word. So what all started this was Miles Gunty took a vicious check to the head at center ice that, at least as of live action, had not been penalized. So I've rewound the Flow hockey feed to see if I can get a look at the replay here as David Posma came across Miles Gunny and gave him a elbow right to the back of the head. And the puck was right there, so I have to believe both officials were looking at it. Right now, we are just waiting for the deliberations of Christopher Rumble and John Satarski. All of this happening just 42 seconds into the third period. Youngstown leads 2-1. Seems to be a problem with Hunter Ramos's helmet. Linesman Jordan Stachelski skates it over to Phantoms equipment manager Stephen Smith. So again, right now, we did see Picozzi getting sent to the locker room. Colin Wynn cannot hold still. He keeps skating back and forth, finally down to a knee in the near right corner. Well, my right. Mikhail Yegorov, I don't think he's left the blue paint this entire time. Hunter Ramos may be sent to the locker room. I think Hunter might have gotten his money's worth down there in the corner. Strathman and Kussler getting the deliberations of Rumble and Satarski right there at the edge of the officials' crease. So on the board, there is a 5-minute to Posma and a 2-minute to Machu. We're going to skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then Youngstown will have a 3-minute major power play. David Wilkie not happy about something as he gesticulates to Christopher Rumble. If Hunter Ramos maybe got a game misconduct and that's why his night is over. And Posma being sent to the locker room as well. Colin Wynn over to do a flyby on David Posma. Colin Wynn fears only the bear in the woods, I swear. I'll tell you who Colin Wynn learned Moxie from. Kid that wore that jersey before him, Jacob Fowler, who won a gold medal with Team USA in Sweden today. Congratulations to the USA U20 squad that downed Sweden 6-2 on Swedish home ice. What a game that was. Got to see 4 of the 6 USA goals before I had to drive to the arena this afternoon. All right, we're going to play 4-on-4. We're back underway just 42 seconds into this third period. Third period presented by Safehold. Omaha controls this faceoff from their own zone. Fredericks brings it ahead, trying to fight his way past Burchell. Mikey held him up enough legally to have the puck roll off his twig as Burchell feeds it over to Serrato. Charlie slows it down. Floats it ahead for Osborne. Luke looks for an option, finds Serrato. Into the zone, one-on-one with Lieberman. Shot! Glove save! Mikhail Yegorov. All right, so let me refresh my screen here and see if I can get the penalty calls. Okay, penalties have not been loaded onto the score sheet yet. Face-off upcoming to the right of Yegorov, near side, as the Phantoms attack from right to left here in the third period. 87 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And Youngstown will have a 3-minute major power play, their second major power play of the game. Braden Clark won the faceoff but couldn't find a teammate. Trey Scott, however, going to turn it over to Clark in the corner, but he gets ridden off the puck to Elger, who will float it to the far side. Jones skates into it, spins away from Botterill, and gave it up for Elger. He'll bring it ahead. Elger into the zone against Boumediene. Tried to fight through a check. Boumediene's going to be called for tripping, which I'm sorry, that's not a penalty there, but Boumediene's going to head to the box. So Omaha will have a 4-on-3 power play for 1 minute and 4 seconds. And we'll be back to 4-on-4 for, I think, 56 seconds. Then Youngstown, I think, is going to have 2:04 of power play time. Omaha might have used their timeout here unless they're discussing this. Referees Satarsky and Rumble talking things over. I didn't hear a timeout call. No idea why the teams are at the benches right now. Okay, timeout Omaha. Finally got the call over the PA. But we'll keep it right here. 98 seconds into this third period has been eventful. We had a pair of Lancers get sent to the locker room, one phantom. Picozzi and Posma, the top defensive pairing for the Lancers. Goalie change for Omaha. All right, 4-on-3 power play. Back into the net is Sitska. All right, Lancers control the draw, and actually Sitska's going to head to the bench. Omaha's going to make it a 5-on-3. They're going to empty the net. Elger to Slies. To Pierre. Back to Slies. To Kussler, to Elger. Being watched by Braden Clark. Fed into the right circle for Pierre. To Elger. One-timer, missed the cage. Wilson couldn't beat Deputy over to the puck. Cross-checked him. Could have been a penalty there on Youngstown. Pierre comes away with the puck. 24 seconds left in the 4-on-3, which is actually a 5-on-3 because the Omaha net is empty. Shot right to the belly of Colin Wynn. He hangs on. And Yegorov heads back to the... So Sitska came onto the ice, left and went to the bench for the extra attacker, and now Yegorov is back on the bench. I just feel bad for Lynn Seek for trying to keep track of this mess on the score sheet. Some interesting plays here by David Wilkie. All right, it is a 4-on-3 power play for 17 seconds, then it will be 4-on-4, I think, for 56 seconds as Omaha wins the draw again. Kusler to Elger, left circle, center point for Kusler. Back to Elger, left circle, watched by Osborne. Into the right circle for Pierre. 5 seconds left in the 4-on-3. Elger, fed down low, Slies, carries it behind the net, out of the box is Tomac Machu. We're at 4-on-4. Up to Elger, one-timer, shoulder saved by Colin Wynn, and the rebound is played out to center. So we're at 4-on-4 for 46 seconds right now, and then Youngstown will have, I think, 156 or something like that of a power play. Check that, 2:04 now that I can see some even numbers up on the scoreboard. Everybody knows math, not my strong point. Lancers have it in their own zone, 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Out to center, it rolls to Osborne. To Young, broken up. No trickle to Osborne. Elger. Knocked Osborne off the puck, but it rolled to McLaughlin. Ahead, looking for Birchall. This might go for icing on Youngstown. It will, with 13 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Face off to the left of Colin Wynn. We're at 4-on-4 hockey for the next 13 seconds. And Youngstown will have 2:04 on a major power play. Grant Young wins the faceoff. He carries ahead. Watched by Lieberman. Lieberman used that long reach to get the puck away from Young. Played back ahead by the Lancers, but too far ahead, and will roll to Colin Wynn. Win into McLaughlin, and out of the box comes Sasha Baminian. Youngstown is on the power play. Burchill spins at the top of the right circle, floats it to Strathman. Strathman, Serrato, near wall. Charlie down the wall toward the corner, watched by Stupka, plays it up to the point to Strathman. One, timer missed the cage. Burchill hustles over, keeps the line. Great hustle by Mikey. Down the right wall, fed up top for Serrato, couldn't play it cleanly, takes it off the wall. Charlie down low, floated behind the cage, looking for Braden Clark. Back to Serrato in the corner. Charlie up to Strathman at the point, just barely kept the line on the rolling puck. Serrato, Strathman, Burchill. Mikey, shot blocked, still loose. Mikey able to play it into the corner, got it to Clark, then Young. Minute 13 left in the power plays. Omaha gets a loose puck in a clear. 1:07 left in the power play for Youngstown as Strathman spins away from Deputy. Another loose puck. Deputy picked his pocket. Deputy drops it back. Kroll. Back for Kusler. And he'll lift it down the length of the ice. Win. Side of the net. Floats it past Deputy. Up the far wall. But right to Van Sickle, who's going to send it down low to Deputy and then send it down the length of the ice. Hustling back for it, Trey Scott. More time being killed here on the power play as it's sent over to Kroll in the right corner. Ryan Kroll out to center, just past Luke Osborne, and goes the length of the ice. 28 seconds left on the power play for Youngstown. Boumediene ahead with speed. To the line for Ronaldo. Fired around the kick plate to Botterill far side. Botterill back up the wall to Gunty. Nice C. Miles out there after taking that hit to the head. His shot missed the cage. So Boumediene kicks it to Botterill. Fed behind the cage for Gunny. 5 seconds left in the power play. In the corner, Ronaldo up to the point for Osborne. D to D to Boumediene. Boumediene low wrister across, and I think that might have been a shot pass for Ronaldo. Fed in front, Botterill across to Gunny. Couldn't check it home. Boumediene in the corner behind the net. In front, Botterill fanned on the shot out to Osborne. Toe drag, shot blocked in front. It hit Botterill. Rebound rolls to the Lancers. The play out to center for Osborne. His knock ahead, knocked down by De La Sala into the zone. K. Pierre, but offside. We're back to even strength, and we'll have immediate timeout. 13:55 left in the third. Youngstown leads 2-1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
One guy hops on, the other goalie gets back on and books it back to the net. So that's why Sitska went in for 8 seconds.
Back inside the Cavelli Center as I had a talk with Nick Blazer about the craziness there that was pulled by David Wilkie. Don't know that I followed any of it, but, you know, good for a story. All right, 13:55 left in the third. Phantoms lead 2-1. Shots are 25-20 in favor of Youngstown. I think Omaha out shooting Youngstown actually here in the period 2-1. Youngstown wins the neutral zone draw. Wilson carries ahead to the red line, chips into the right wing corner. Rusinski hustling after it, but Jones got there first, left it in the corner. Swoboda got there for Youngstown. 2-1-2 battle in the corner. Rusinski and Swoboda for Youngstown. Jones and Lieberman for Omaha, and the Lancers get control. Out to center for Slice. Got to note that Omaha playing the rest of this game with just 4 defensemen, as both Picozzi and Posma were sent to the locker room. Into the zone come the Phantoms. They'll lose the puck behind the cage. Deputy had it swept away from him by Yenchko. Back behind the net. Rusinski wedged off the puck. It'll bounce to Jones. Sent to the line looking for Fredericks. Kept by Clark. Bouncing puck. Clark toward the net. Never got the shot away. It rolled past the stick of Rusinski as well. Omaha comes ahead 2-1-2. Fredericks down the left side into the zone. Off the tip of the glove went the shot from Fredericks and into the meshing. Saw Fredericks score from that distance last night on Wynn. Was the first shot that Wynn faced. Wynn came in and played the final 6:12 of the second period. Didn't see a shot. And then 2:37 into the third, Wynn finally saw his first shot and went past him off the stick of Fredericks on a very similar looking set of events. Face off to the right of Wynn. Clark to take the draw against Stupka. Stupka won it. Van Sickle turns, shot. Pad save by Wynn and covers the rebound. Face off again to the right of Colin Wynn. Stupka to take the draw against Clark. Face off win by the Lancers. Van Sickle's shot fanned on it and rolled to Clark. Ahead to Burchell and now Botterill. Botterill to Clark, shot, Yegorov made the save, rebound loose, picked up by Van Sickle, but I think maybe it's the net off its moorings? No, the shot hit Yegorov right in the face and his mask came off. That was the issue. So in the issue of safety, referee John Sitarski blows the whistle. All right, looks like Yegorov has his mask all sorted out. Gets the blocker back on, grabs his stick. Okay, we're ready to play. Face off to Yegorov's right. Elger and Clark to take the draw. Linesman Gustav Arendt says, bad puck drop, my bad, we'll do it again. Clark wins the draw cleanly, but splits his defenseman. He goes out to center. Hustling back for it is Strathman. Spins away from Keeney. Out to center for Burchell at the red line. Mikey, area pass, but Clark couldn't skate into it as Lieberman throws it over the glass and out of play. So no line change for Omaha here. 12:26 left in the third. Third period presented by Safehold. Youngstown, however, is able to change the lines, and they will avail themselves of that. On come Gunty, Ronaldo, and Veronin. I think it's DeHaro and Bamidian on the back end. Face-off one cleanly by Elger into the corner. Played up the wall by Omaha, and they do get it out to center. Bamidian will pick it up and backtrack toward his own zone. Plays it to DeHaro near side. Back far side, D to Bamidian. From the official's crease, he'll wrap it down the boards. Comes near side, past Veronin into Ronaldo. His shot blockered away by Yegorov. Gunny to the rebound around the cage. To the near side, threw it into the slot, but through the legs of Ronaldo, and down the ice he goes. Bamidian hustles back for it. Sasha in his own zone, D to DeHaro. Connor plays it off the wall and out to center, past Veronin. Rolls to Kusler, and he'll throw it across the ice to the far side. Into the zone it comes. Set down by Elger, played into the corner for Kostis. Around and up to the point. Trey Scott, his shot is blocked by Veronin. Ronaldo able to play it to center, but then ran into Veronin. The puck bounced to the Lancers. Elger brings it back into the zone. Setting down low, looking for De La Salle, but Ronaldo plays it away from him to Bamidian. Sasha up the near wall. Veronin can't clear. Nice stick there by Kostis, but Ronaldo, second effort, able to get it out to the neutral zone. Kostis sends it far side for Stupka. Stupka centering feed. Pierre fanned on it. Pierre brings it back to the point, fed it down the wall, taken away by Ronaldo, and fed ahead. Couldn't find Gunty behind the defense, taken by Trey Scott and sent back into the Youngstown zone. DeHaro, hard around the boards, found Yenchko, who redirected it out to center. They had to wait for Stupka to touch up as Charlie Serrato with a high, hard hit on Jamison Slies. Penalty upcoming on Serrato. Slies back to his own 2 feet. As it's played into the zone, there's the touch by Youngstown. And we'll see what the penalty on Serrato will be. Guess my only question is 2 or 5 and 10. 10:45 left in the third. And Serrato's going to be sent out. No indicator of what the penalty was, so we're just going to have to wait. 5 minutes on the board to Serrato, so Omaha will get their first major power play of the game. Okay, official scorekeeper Lynn Siegfried has no idea, so neither do I. We'll have to wait for the call in-house. Head contact, 5 minutes on Charlie Serrato, and a misconduct of some kind. Phantoms win the draw and get the clear, but Omaha will have 5 minutes here on the power play. We might not get our second media timeout of the third period, as stolen by the Phantoms at center and backhanded toward the cage. Yegorov sets it down. Carrying ahead, Elger. And then Jones. Back to Slies, played over to Deputy. Did he keep the zone? No, but it was played out to center by Ronaldo. Back to Jones in his own zone, rolled toward the cage. Yegorov had to play it away. Slies ahead for Elger. Played over to Deputy. Fed across. Shot played in front. Actually, a shot pass there as the man goes falling into the cage, but the loose puck picked up by Youngstown and cleared. Minute gone here on the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill as Patilla gets a steal behind the cage. Fed it over to Gunty. Bumped it on the net. And Yegorov held it. Youngstown almost with the shorthanded goal. Great work below the goal line by Adam Patilla. Found Miles Gunty, but was too close to the cage. All he could do was kind of bump it, and he didn't get a lot on it. As I find the pop filter for my mic had fallen on the ground. Sorry, Dave. It's never good when the engineer just shakes his head at you. False face-off. We'll do it again. Patilla wins the draw. Gunty bumps it back out to center for Wilson, played over to Machu. Machu retreats just inside his goal line and then sends it down the ice. Into the corner, Kusler plays it away from Gunty. Out to the neutral zone, Scott, little bobble, but Patilla couldn't gather it in. So Trey Scott in his own zone, out to center for Nick Pierre. Cross the ice over for Kusler, brings it to the blue line, plays it into the zone. Wynn couldn't stop it behind the net, comes around for De La Sala, brought to the near side now for Scott. Into the corner for Fredericks, bodied up by Patilla. Taken away by Machu, sends it around the dasher, and down the ice it goes. Phantoms forwards hustle off the ice. On come Rusinski and Botterill. Pierre plays it ahead to the line for Fredericks. Fredericks took a bump from Rusinski, but able to get the puck back to Elger. To Scott, to Elger, to Fredericks. Stolen by Botterill and backhanded down the ice. Ryan Rusinski turns on the Jets. Gets into the corner as Yegorov sends it up the wall. Got it past Botterill and out to center. 3-on-2 for the Lancers, 4-on-2 for the Lancers. De La Sala across, redirects in on Wynn, and he'll cover with Deputy right there at the mouth of the blue paint. 8:35 left in the third. 2:50 left in the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Looks like the faceoff will be to the right of Colin Wynn. Braden Clark to take the draw against Jamison Slice. Maybe a problem with the clock? Yes, problem with the clock, Lynn Siegfried tells me. Referee Christopher Rumble over to give an explanation to David Wilkie. Seems satisfied. Are we ready for play? Now Ryan Ward wants to know what's going on. Okay, whatever the issue was, we're ready for play. Young to take the draw against Slice to the right of Wynn. Slice wins the draw, but over to the wall. Strathman bumps it off the boards, and down the ice it goes. Jones down to the right corner. Fires it around the kick plate to Deputy at the blue line. Touch to Stupka, back to Deputy, and then ahead to Elger. Slice battling against Young right at the point. Puck brought back in legally by the Lancers. Elger walking the goal line, chips it on Wynn, but that was right to his chest. He might have been trying to get it to Deputy. He was crashing back door, but great work there by Strathman to tangle his man up. 2:22 left on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Swoboda now to take the draw against Stupka. Couple of Pittsburgh Penguins elite alumni here. And Stupka wins the draw. Gathered in by Jones. Still has it, feeds into the corner for Elger. Back up to the point for Jones. Cross point to Deputy. Jones, one-timer, redirected in front. Wynn throws the trapper on top of it as Kosis was hammering away at it. He took a cross-check from behind by Machu. Swoboda lost his stick on the play. So Youngstown catches a break there. If you haven't already, follow the Phantoms on X at YTown Phantoms or on Instagram and Facebook. That's at Youngstown Phantoms there. Have interns Kyle and Brendan keeping things 100 on social media for us tonight. Kyle headbanging to the music. Love to see it. Colin Wynn over to the bench to deal with an equipment issue. Looks like maybe something wrong with the trapper. 7:54 left in this third period. 2:09 left in the major power play. Shots on goal for the game, 27-24 in favor of Youngstown. 3 shots in the period for Youngstown. 6 shots in the period for Omaha. Equipment manager Steven Smith working feverishly on the trapper for Colin Wynn. Standing over there chatting with referee John Satarski. Phantom's going to head over to the bench, talk things over. Grab my cell phone, see if we can maybe get a quick look at the NHL scoreboard. 8:33 left in the third. Carolina 2, Washington 2. 11:38 left in the third. Chicago 2, New Jersey 2. Still working on the trapper of Colin Wynn. Satarski talking things over with equipment manager Steven Smith while he works. Looks like maybe the Trapper is ready to grow. Great work by Smitty. Can remember a game last year in Chicago where Wynn had to leave the game because his his skate had completely broken. Like the attachment part where the blade goes had broken off. It would have taken 20 minutes for Wynn to get his skate fixed, so Jacob Fowler had to go in the game. As here, Brayton Clark wins the face-off back to Luke Osborne, who sauces it down the ice. Kusler, dangerously in front of the cage. Out to center for Scott, into the zone for Slice. Cross-ice feed to Scott. Center point for Kusler. Over to Scott, top of the left circle. Kusler, center point. Into the corner for Slice. Slides, trades it off for Keeney. Tried the wraparound Win with the save. Puck still loose. Win back to his feet. Puck squirts behind the cage. Everybody back to their feet. Win doesn't have his stick. Burchell plays it to the line off the glove of Kusler and out to center. Kusler in the neutral zone. To Scott, to Slides. Puck pops 30 feet in the air. Bounces down. Gunny's the only one who sees it. Bounces it off the end wall to Machu, who turns, sends it off the window and out to center. Picked up by Scott at his own blue line. Back to Kusler as the Lancers go for a line change. 1 minute left in the major power play for Omaha. Into the zone for Van Sickle. Shot, missed the cage. Off the corner boards. Gunty couldn't clear. To Van Sickle, turning shot, he scored. Cam Van Sickle on the power play, his first of the season. Young man from North Pole, Alaska. Ties the game with 6:33 left in regulation. A failed clear by Youngstown ends up in the back of their net no more than 20 seconds later. And you know that will grind the gears of Phantoms head coach Ryan Ward, as it looked like Gunny had time and space to get that puck out to center. 48 seconds left on the power play. Patillo wins the faceoff. It rolls right to Jack Wilson, who sauces it all the way down on goal. Chest save by Yegorov, and he will hang on with Adam Patillo right in front of him. So offensive zone draw upcoming for Youngstown. Face off to the left of Yegorov, Patillo to take the draw. Face off one over to the wall by the Lancers. It's Jones, sends it behind the cage to Elger. Back to Jones. Back to Elger at center, brings it to the blue line, sends it into the Youngstown zone. Wilson turns and gets the easy clear up the far side wall. Yegorov leaves it for Jones. Up the near wall for Deputy. 17 seconds left on the power play. Deputy has it stolen by Patillo, but his clearing attempt hit Rusinski and bounced right to Stupka. Elger down the left side on net, kicked out by Colin Wynn. Rebound into the corner, pitchfork down the ice by Jack Wilson. Stopped up by Kroll at the Omaha line, and out of the box comes Kuzma Veronin, who is serving the penalty for Serrato. We're back to full strength. Wynn to Strathman, back across to Wilson. Patillo tried to play it to Veronin, bouncing puck, couldn't handle it. Lancers have it in their own zone. Kroll ahead to Pierre. His pass ahead stolen by Svoboda, but he ran into Veronin. Back to Pierre, into the zone, down the left side. His shot, stick to side by Colin Wynn. Rebound back to Pierre. Bumped off of it by Strathman, but he didn't clear. Shot from the point, blocked by Veronin. Puck bouncing around near the top of the slot. Strathman whacks at it, bounces to Svoboda. Svoboda bowling his way into the Omaha zone, but couldn't keep the puck. Rolls back down to the Youngstown end. Yenchko to Machu as Omaha goes for the line change inside of 5 minutes left in regulation. We're tied at 2. In the left wing corner, Trey Scott took the bunt from Yenchko, but got it out to center. Osborne banked it back into the Omaha zone, but the Phantoms are going for a line change. Lancers ahead, redirected by Deputy into the right wing corner. Osborne battles against Deputy along the end wall. Puck stable to the kick plate. Slides pried it free up to the point to Scott. DD Jones, his shot on net. Wynn made the save, even with the redirect by Deputy. Rebound cleared by Burchell, and then Braden Clark will skate it ahead. Clark back ahead, was trying to find Burchell, broken up by Slides, who took a hit to make the play, got it into the zone. Gloved and held by Colin Wynn on the shot that was wide of the cage. And we will have our final media timeout. 4:12 left in the third. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Good evening, passengers. Welcome aboard on the flight. From this moment on, cell phones should be switched on and put into flashlight mode. May we ask for your attention while our cabin crew demonstrates the safety features on this flight. Please raise both hands up in the sky. Now slowly wave from the left to the right. Left, right, 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 left, right.
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff, 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 prepare for takeoff. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Face off to the right of Colin Wynn. We're tied at 2, 4:12 left in regulation. Clark to take the draw against Stubka. Clark wins it cleanly. Machu into the corner, off the window, and down the ice it goes. It has enough steam for icing, but Botterill doesn't have the gas to beat it out, and Lieberman will win the race to the hash marks. Icing on the Youngstown Phantoms. 7 seconds. Tick off the clock. We'll do the face-off to the left of Colin Wynn this time. Jack Wilson was all set up on the left wing boards. Sorry, Jack, we're going to the other side. Clark to take the draw against Stupka. Clark wins the draw cleanly once more. Machu around the kick plate. Found Burchell at center. Banked it ahead, but right to the stick of Kroll, who took a heavy check from Clark for his trouble, but got the puck back into the Youngstown zone. Wilson sends it ahead off of Botterill, ahead for Clark. Slashing call, I think, upcoming on Clark is not on Clark, but rather on Kroll. No, Clark's going to get the penalty. Into the zone comes De La Sala. Machu touches the puck. So Braden Clark's the one whose stick is broken in two, but he's the one guilty of the slash. Or at least that's what I had from my angle, but with 3:39 left in the third, Youngstown heading back to the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Ryan Ward apoplectic on the Youngstown bench. Even Nick Glaser, the voice of the Lancers, thought the penalty was on the Omaha. Here Elger, shot missed the cage as Omaha controls the draw. To Deputy, back down the wall, Slides has it hop over stick. It couldn't gather it in the corner as Osborne puts him into the wall. Slides able to gather, taken away by Patilla, and sent out at least as far as center. Stopped up at the red line by Jones, but Patilla, second effort, able to send it down the ice, actually bounced in on the cage. Jagorov set it up for Jones. Sent up the near side, Deputy, banks it off the wall. Behind him for Elger. Across the ice over to Slice. Try to get it back to him, loose in the slot, picked up by Osborne. Deputy couldn't keep the line. Just barely that puck had enough forward momentum to squeak across the blue. Jones lost it at the left half hole, but it rolled in the corner for Elger. Sent near side for Slides. Minute 10 left on the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Jones has it hop over his stick. Burchell hustled over, couldn't clear. Elger to Deputy, being watched by Svoboda. Back to Jones. Elger, left circle. Shot, Wynn made the save. Rebound behind the cage. Elger, across. Shot, glove save, Colin Wynn. Deputy on the one-timer from the right dot. Colin Wynn, however, for love of the glove, flashed the trapper. 53 seconds left on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Lancers 1 for 4 on the power play. I believe this is the 5th opportunity. Face-off won by Youngstown. Wilson clears it down the length of the ice. Yegorov sets it up for Kusler. Ahead to Pierre at the line. Out to Trey Scott. Tried to feed it down low. Broken up by Machu. Cleared the line. Kept by Scott. Threw it across the ice. Poked by Patilla. Van Sickle holds the zone. Into the corner. Machu pitchfork it over to Wilson, who knocked down Ethan Fredericks. And Wilson picks it up and elevates and gets it down the ice. 20 seconds left in the slashing call to Braden Clark. Pierre had it poked away by Rusinski. And Rue able to get it at least into the Omaha zone. 10 seconds left on the kill. As Rusinski knocked down, puck bouncing around in the slot. Young hustling after it, but wedged off by the defense of Fredericks. Out of the box comes Braden Clark. The tree has been preserved. As into the zone comes Fredericks, battling against Jack Wilson. Fredericks grabbed the hold of Wilson's stick, so they're going to say no penalty here as the referee says, get up, boys, and get going. Wilson doesn't have a stick, but play continues. Osborne out to Young at center. Minute 12 left in regulation. Botterill down the left side, wedged off by Lieberman. Botterill down to the ice. Charlie fed it ahead to the line, kept by Patilla. Patilla into the slot, bumped off of Svoboda and went to the far boards. Less than a minute remaining in regulation. We're tied at 2. Osborne, bouncing puck, couldn't keep the zone. It'll roll to Strathman, who fires right back in. Phantoms touch up, and they'll get on the forecheck. Played into the right corner for Kroll. Out to center. Bumped by the Lancers at the red line, so no icing as Wynn sets it up for Strathman. Osborne, off the stick of Patilla, redirected into the right wing corner. Yenchko, the first one to it, but he's tangled with Trey Scott, so Jones will skate away with the puck. 28 seconds left in regulation. To Stupka, to center for Van Sickle. Body position by Luke Osborne, gets the puck away. He'll bring it up the near wall. Bumped it over to Burchell. 15 seconds left in regulation. Burchell inside out on Jones. Couldn't get the shot away as coming across was Brady to knock the puck away. Puck loose at center. Strathman to the red line. 5 seconds left in regulation. Comes around to the right half wall, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to overtime. First goal of the season by Cam Van Sickle sends us to 3-on-3 overtime. At the end of 60, it's not enough. We're tied at 2 shots on goal through regulation, 29-29. Going to step aside for 60 seconds. We'll be back with bonus hockey here on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center for overtime. Youngstown in overtime this year, 2-3. Omaha 1-3. We are 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. Sudden victory. If we don't have a winner, we go to a shootout for the Lancers. Deputy, Kusler, Lieberman for the Phantoms. Burchill, Osborne, and Strathman. Youngstown without the services of Charlie Serrato. Omaha without the services of David Posma and Matteo Picozzi. Roll for initiative overtime is underway. Kusler wins the draw. Lieberman in his own zone. Fakes right, goes left, curls back behind his goal. Charlie brings it ahead, Burchill trailing him. Charlie into the zone. Fed it to Deputy, his shot missed the cage. Off the corner, Burchill skates into it. Burchill down the right side, spins in the corner, feeds it to Osborne. Luke up to the point for Strathman, and out to the neutral zone. Strathman back in. Strathman, shot, blocker save. Rebound came to the weak side, chipped wide of the net by Burchill. Hustling over to it, Deputy, chipped it past Osborne. Who catches up to it? It's Osborne. Battle in the neutral zone. Luke able to gather it. Sends it near side for Strathman. Into the zone one-on-one with Jones. Got support, but his pass back to Svoboda didn't click. Boda picks it up, and now he waits for support. Across the top of the circle. Turns it over. Jones with it. Jones behind his cage. Gives it up to Nick Pierre, who had 2 goals last night. Pierre flying down the right side. Traded off to Stupka. Fired it off the post! Just wide. Puck loose at center. Comes near side for Pierre. Traded it back to Stupka. Sent it near side for Jones, who spun away from Grant Young. Threw it back towards Stupka, who almost redirected it on goal. Stupka behind the cage for Jones. Had his stick lifted by Grant Young, who then tackled Young. No penalty. Gavelli Center crowd not happy. So the puck comes ahead for Pierre. Pierre trying to fight his way through stick checks. Stupka picked it up and played it into the Youngstown zone. Omaha lucky they didn't get caught with too many men on the ice there. Boumediene into the zone. Played it to open space. Picked off by Elger. His pass ahead. Picked off by Boumediene. Sasha back into the zone. Right half wall. Played it behind him to Yenchko. Back to Boumediene. Back to Yenchko. Pinned to the boards by Fredericks. Boumediene goes to the bench. On comes Jack Wilson as Elger has the puck. For Trey Scott as Grant Young heads to the bench. 2:19 left in overtime. Elger ahead. One-on-one with Wilson. Dropped off for Fredericks. Fanned on the shot. Phantoms bring it ahead. Yenchko down the far side. Dan dropped it back, was looking for Ronaldo. Pass went through his legs. Wilson able to pick it up and deny Elger. Sends it over to Yenchko. Drop back to Wilson in their own zone. Yenchko will head to the bench. On comes Braden Clark, gets the stretch pass. Clark, shot, sticked into the meshing by Charlie Lieberman. 1:45 left in the fourth. I say the fourth, I mean overtime. Face-off to the right of Yegorov. Ronaldo, Clark, Strathman. Kusler, Deputy, Lieberman. One shot each way here in overtime. Clark against Kusler in the circle. Clark wins it cleanly. Strathman down the wall. Spins away from Deputy. Retreats back to center. Strathman thought about the pass, lost his footing as he came into the zone, played into the corner, however, by Deputy. Strathman able to get up and get to the puck. Strathman being watched by Lieberman as Strath's shot goes wide of the cage. Clark to the rebound, to Strathman. Strathman being leaned on by Deputy. Strathman turned, tried to give it to Ronaldo, pass didn't click. Strathman now loses his footing. Lieberman picks up the puck. 1:07 left in overtime. Kusler. Minute left in overtime. Less than that now. As Kusler sets it up. For Pierre as Kusler goes to the bench. Pierre carries ahead. Bumped ahead to Stupka at the line. Got it to Pierre. Pierre coming in. Toe drag shot. Missed the net. Up to Pierre. Rebound punched out to center by Youngstown, but it'll roll back to Stupka. Back ahead to Jones, being watched by Burchell. Mikey pokes the puck off his stick. Jones behind the cage. To Pierre in the right circle. Pierre turned, fired, his shot blocked. Out to center it went. His pass ahead stolen by Burchell. Mikey into the zone. Tried the pass, it was blocked away by Stupka. It went to Jones. Patilla hustled over to pressure him and slow down the break. Floated back out to center. It's going to roll to the Phantoms with 8 seconds left in overtime. Into the zone. Comes Osborne. Osborne tried to make the pass. It was blocked. 2 seconds and 1. We're going to a shootout. Final shots, 31-30 in favor of Youngstown. No goals here in 5-on-5. So we will go to the best of 3 shootout. And we'll just go until we have a winner. So the question is, who will take the first shot? I believe the Phantoms, as the home team, get the choice. Now, some teams will say, oh, I want to shoot first, I want to put the pressure on them. Some teams will say, I want to shoot second, I want to see what I have to do. Phantoms would probably love to have the services of Charlie Serrato right now, but he was sent off in the 3rd period for a head contact major. So it looks like Omaha will get the first shot. Out comes Will Elger. Elger out of Lewis Center, Ohio. Sure, he has family in the crowd tonight. Elger, the right-handed shooter, walks his own blue line, now brings it ahead. He'll swing out to the left. Elger with speed to the middle, saved by Colin Wynn. Elger stepped in, tried to go far side. Out comes Finn McLaughlin. Phantoms have only been in 1 shootout this year. In fact, so is Omaha. They're both 1-0. The only shootout on the year. The goal was scored by McLaughlin. The left-handed defenseman comes in. To the hashes. Got the shot. Yegorov makes the save. Drew Delasala, the former Phantom. The left-handed shooter out of Rye, New York. Delasala, right down the middle. Now slows it down. Made the move, and Wynn with the save, and Wynn with a little bit of barking afterwards. That one was interesting by Delasala. It popped up in the air, and then from my angle, just kind of hard to tell where it's going. Now it's Daniel Jenchko, young man out of Humen, Slovakia. Left-handed shooter, right down the inside edge of the circle, makes a move to the backhand, saved by Yegorov. Yegorov went down, but Jenchko couldn't elevate. Out comes David Deputy. Deputy, the RIT commit out of Gurney, Illinois. Right-handed shooter down the inside edge of the left circle. Deputy to the deke, to the forehand, kick save, Colin Wynn. Out comes Brandon Svoboda. The chance to send us home. Svoboda from Level Green, Pennsylvania. The right-handed shooter, the draft pick of the San Jose Sharks. Svoboda in with speed. Shot tried to go 5-hole. Yegorov shut him off. All right, round by round. Out comes Christian Kosis, young man out of Middletown, New Jersey, I'm sorry. The left-handed shooter. Into the zone. Kosis slows it down, shot missed the net. Took the shot for the top hash mark. Just whipped it high and wide to the top corner. Out comes the captain, Andrew Strathman. Beach Park, Illinois, Columbus Blue Jackets property. Going to North Dakota, left-handed shooting defenseman. Strathman swings out to the left. Strathman, hash mark, shot, pad save. Mikhail Yegorov. Ethan Fredericks out. Fredericks was a Muskegon Lumberjack out of Atlanta, Georgia. The right-handed shooter swings out to the left. Fredericks in with speed, shot, blocker save, Colin Wynn. He sent that one off the glass. Ryan Botterill had a goal tonight out of Portage La Prairie, Manitoba. The left-handed shooter. Botterill swings out to the right. Botterill in, shot, missed the net. Don't know if Yegorov got a piece of that with a blocker or not. Justin Stupka, young man out of New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, has played a couple of games for the Phantoms. Right-handed shooter, swings out to the right. Stupka in, shot, score. Rips it past Colin Wynn. Out comes Miles Gunny. Needs to score to keep the game going. Gunny, the right-handed shooter. Miles in, shot, glove save. Yegorov. Omaha gets the shootout victory. Your final score tonight, Lancers 3, Phantoms 2. Omaha wins the shootout 1-0. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the postgame show here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the post-game show. Final score here tonight in a shootout. Omaha 3 and Youngstown 2. Waiting for the score sheet to update so I can tell you how many rounds the shootout went. Can't remember if it was 5 or 6, but Omaha wins the shootout 1-0. Let's get you a scoring recap from tonight's game. No scoring in the first period. At 3:28 of the second, Gabe Keeney, his 4th of the season. Will Elger with the assist. At 8:39, Ryan Botterill, his 10th of the season. Tomesh Machu with the assist. We're knotted up at 1. At 12:26, Adam Patilla scores his 14th of the season. Charlie Serrato and Grant Young with the helpers. Phantoms had a 2-1 lead at the end of the second. At 13:27 of the third, Cam Van Sickle, his 1st of the season, a power play goal for the Lancers. Tied it at 2 and sent us to overtime. No scoring in the extra frame. In the shootout, only goal was scored by Justin Stupka of the Omaha Lancers. Believe that was the top of the 5th. And the final shooter for Youngstown, Miles Gunty, could not connect. Mikhail Yegorov stopped 5 out of 5 in the shootout. Colin Wynn stopped 4 out of 5. Phantoms will take to the road for the next 6 games. Next weekend, we will have a split series. On the 12th, we'll be in Des Moines. On the 13th, we'll be in Waterloo. An 8 o'clock start Eastern time on Friday. And then a 7 o'clock start on Saturday in Waterloo. Then the next weekend, the Phantoms have 3-3 in Green Bay with an 8:05, a 7:05, and a 4:05 start. Then on the 26th, Phantoms will be at Team USA. On the 27th, finally, the Phantoms will return back home for a 7:05 puck drop against the U17s. Phantoms will also be home the next weekend against the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, but not before a Thursday game at Team USA to take on the 18s. So the next time I'll get to talk to you is January the 27th here from the Cavelli Center, but I will be here on Western Reserve Radio on Sunday to call the Canton-Akron Jets game from the Center Ice Complex out by the Canton-Akron Airport. I think the, Jim, what time's that game start? 3:40? 4:50? 4:50. So we'll be going on the air about 4:45 on Sunday to call some Canton-Akron Jets high school hockey. Power play for Omaha tonight was 1 for 4. Youngstown power play was 1 for 3. Colin Wynn takes the shootout loss. Shots were 29-29 at the end of regulation, so Colin, or I guess it was 31-30 at the end of overtime. So Colin Wynn stopped 28 out of 30. Mikhail Yegorov gets the win. He stopped 29 out of 31, and then all 5 in the shootout. Third star of the game went to Adam Patilla. Second star of the game went to Ryan Botterill. And the first star of the game went to Justin Stupka. For my engineers, Dave Ferris and Jim Craven, my interns, Brendan and Kyle, I am Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown fans. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score in the shootout. Omaha 3 and Youngstown 2. We will catch you here from the Cavelli Center on January the 27th. Sound out.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.